All right, welcome to Two Punk to be a podcast. Podcast is not a podcast. This is just our bonus content for you, the members of the Punk Hardcore Crossover Group Facebook group. There you go. Oh man, so we were supposed to have a show with Nick tonight. Didn't happen, but that's okay. We'll be back with him next week or whenever we can. Hope you're all good there, brother man. So I was like, well, let's let Jose come up with an idea and we'll wing it and we'll just talk shit tonight. I don't have too much of notes or anything. We're just kind of fucking off. So,
Exactly.
Jose, what did you come up with, sir?
Doing
Founding
this off
father,
the
founding
dome, right?
father Jose, by the way.
Hello.
I
Hello.
didn't do proper intros.
Hello. Oh, no.
Fucking
It's
up
all right.
already.
Hi, Nick. Hope
Hi,
you're doing
Nick.
well. Shout out to Nick. No, we're doing this off the whim. So tonight's episode is basically bands that we used to hate, but now we love, and vice versa. So
Yeah, and
we're also
later on
doing
we'll do
bands
love, but now
yeah,
hate.
bands we love, and then we now hate. Yeah, which there's quite a few of them, but we'll see. This was a last minute thing. Of course, I've been thinking about this for a while,
Yeah,
so I thought, hey, why not do it today?
yeah, you brought this one up a few times. So I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do it.
Exactly.
And I figured I'd jump on with you. Why not?
And we got some zingers, so stay tuned because some are
Yeah.
very shocking.
Also, spoiler alert, I guess, in a way, we're not all punk tonight.
No, not at all. A little bit of everything.
We're gonna strangle out a little bit also and talk about some
Yep.
other shit outside of punk because
Yep.
there's no way I could do just a punk episode of this. It would take me like
Oh yeah.
5 minutes. So we're gonna talk about all kind of stuff.
Lots of familiar faces. There's some punk stuff on both ends of my list, but I'll get to those. And
I
but
don't
yeah, for
think
the
I
most,
have a single one.
there's a couple on my list.
I don't
Some are
think I
dead
have a single
giveaways,
one.
but
I don't have a single one.
yeah, but for the most part, it's hard rock or metal. But there's a few oddballs here and there, so stay tuned because it's gonna get really good or
Yeah,
really
we're
bad,
doing some fun stuff. Fun stuff.
depending who's watching, right, or who's listening.
Oh,
So, yeah, you want me to kick it off right away?
yeah, take you one, man. You got a lot more than I do.
All right, man. Bands we used to hate but now love. I'm just gonna get this one out of the way. My first one is Typo Negative.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I hated Typo. I mean, I've grown up. I was a big Carnivore fan. I love Carnivore. I did get to see Peter Steele twice with Typo Negative, at once at Ozfest and once in 2007 with Celtic Frost on their Monotheist tour, their final tour, pre-Triptychon, right? The only reason I went to the second show was because my best Typo album. Yeah,
Okay. Just bringing the visual arts
fantastic.
tonight.
Well, yeah, for anyone who can't see or is not watching, he's
Nice.
holding up October Rust as we speak.
We have October Rust vinyl. Boom, boom, boom.
It's a fucking masterpiece. I have the box set, which has all their stuff. But
Yes,
anyway, I only went because I wanted to get into this Goth Girl's Pants. Spoiler alert: nothing happened, but I, had a happy ending, kind of a happy ending at the end, so it was all good. But I did get to see the man, and fast forward to 2000 and just a couple years after he passed, 2012, 2013. Played October Rust from beginning to end. In Praise of Bacchus, when that song came on, I got it right away.
Fuck yeah.
God damn, what an amazing song. Of course, everything on there, man. My girlfriend's girlfriend. Fucking the cover, Neil Young cover, Cinnamon Girl. Fantastic. Love You to Death is a masterpiece.
Oh.
Wolf Moon, dude. Oh my God. Yeah. Typo Negative. I fucking love him now. Not a bad song in their discography. So,
No, yeah,
yeah, that's my first pick.
All right. Well, here's a fucking hard left turn. But gotta be probably one of my number ones. I'm saving the best one for last for sure. But this was a big one for me, man. I am going Bob Dylan. I got Freewheeling right here for the people who can't see. I got a lot of his albums behind me. Pretty big stack.
Yeah.
Back when I was younger, hated it. Thought his voice was awful. Thought the music was boring. Didn't dig it. And it wasn't until way later, my son, D, who's done some episodes on here as well, he had got really into Bob, and I was like, I don't know, man. I always fucking hated him. And he was telling me about cool songs that he liked. And one day for lunch, me and him went grab some pizza or something, and there was this local college radio station out of Lafayette. Wish I knew the radio number, but I don't. There's a little local radio station. It was a college station, and they played a bunch of crazy stuff when they're all the time. And they were doing this Bob Dylan special right when we got in. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, cool. And I'm like, I hate this bastard, but I'll let it go for you. And man, every song that came on blew my mind. I ended up falling right in love with it. Hard Rain's Gonna Fall. Oh man, just absolutely grabbed me.
Yeah.
He has a blues type thing he did called Blind Boy Grunt. And there's a oh man, I can't believe I remember the song off the top of my head. But anyway, there's a song about this dude going off to war and coming back and being all messed up and stuff. John Brown's the name of it.
Yep.
And that blew me the fuck away. And just every song that
Yeah.
played was amazing. And wouldn't you know it, a couple months later, he was playing right there in Lafayette where we were living. And he was playing live. So my wife got me and him tickets, and we went seeing him in a very small, like 2,000 seat theater. We were like fifth row back or something. It was crazy. We were really close. It was a mind blowing show. I know a lot of people talk shit about his live shows now. As long as you understand, you curb your expectations a little and know what you're walking into.
Right.
As long as you know what you're walking into and kind of know what to expect, it's a beautiful show. I thought, fucking mind blowing, beautiful shit. It's absolutely amazing. And it was me and him. It was his first show, as a matter of fact. So it was pretty cool. His first show ever was fucking Bob Dylan, which is pretty huge. And yeah, it totally turned me around on him. I love Bob now. I listen to him all the time. And his voice is amazing. I don't care. His songwriting is phenomenal. His lyrics are awesome. Love Bob
His
Dylan.
lyricism's phenomenal. Great storyteller.
Yeah.
I'm partial to the stuff with the band, which you didn't even mention, like
Yeah,
the Bob
the
Dylan,
band.
the band stuff. That stuff is incredible. It's incredible.
Yes, sir. Especially Big Pink and all that. If you want to go into the band themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. The band is fantastic. Love the band, dude.
Band's fantastic. Yeah, but Bob Dylan and the band, that's a match made in heaven for me.
Absolutely.
Fantastic stuff. Great one. So that was your first one. My second one. Now we're getting into some good ones. Actually, do I want to give you this one right away? Yeah, fuck it. We'll do this one right away. My second one. So bands I used to hate, but now I love. Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Oh yeah, that's right. Wow, I can't imagine someone hating them though. It's so odd.
It wasn't so much that I hated them. I to this day.
It's easy with his voice.
So spoiler alert, I love John Fogerty's voice. I always did. It was only one song, and it's the song that everybody fucking loves that I just hate. I fucking cannot stand Have You Ever Seen the Rain? I hate that fucking song. Wow. I hate that song, but everything else I love. Born on the Bayou, Lodi, Proud Mary. Oh my God, Ramblin' Tamblin', Looking on My Back Door, Whole Stop the Rain, which is my all-time favorite Creedence song. Hey Tonight is incredible.
Oh, yeah.
I even like Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras is like, but it's okay for what it is. Like I said, I love all of Creedence stuff. It's just the one song that I don't like. Have You Ever Seen the Rain? I never liked that song. But John Fogerty's voice is incredible. Great storyteller. We talk about storytellers. I guess it wasn't so much that I hated this band. Like I said, I just hated Have You Ever Seen the Rain? I thought, fuck this band, right?
Right.
And then I heard, like I said, Looking on My Back Door and Down on the Corner. Heard Fortunate Son. And I think I was watching Apocalypse Now. And that song was on. Was it Apocalypse Now or Full Metal Jacket? I can't remember, but one of those movies. And then that Fortunate Son came on.
Oh, Fortunate Son is a Full Metal Jacket because that's where the fucking Hueys are happening.
Exactly.
It's always, right? Yep. That's the stereotype now.
Yeah, because The Doors was Apocalypse Now. That's different. But yeah, you're right. So yeah, I got it right away. Ever since
you hear the Hueys.
I love Creedence though. I mean,
Long as I Can See the Light is my favorite.
Great fucking track. I love that song.
Oh, that song kills, dude.
Cosmos Factory is flawless, but every album they've done is great. It's just the one song I don't like, but Creedence Clearwater.
That's fair. I got a light one here, only because I went seeing him live when I went seeing Priest with my other little son. We went watch Priest because he's a big fan, and Queensryche was opening. And I fucking hate Queensryche. Fucking despise Queensryche. God, did they suck. Actually, back in the day, I remember there was a bowling alley. You had the band stickers you can get out the little machine. I got a Queensryche one and I slapped it on my guitar with a big X through it. And I just put it on my guitar. Fuck Queensryche. I had it on my guitar forever. It was so funny. God, I hate Queensryche. Queensryche sucks so hard. But I wanted to go see Priest, and they're the only band opening, so I'm like, fine, I'll listen to some goddamn Queensryche. And I will say, since Jeff Tate is gone, the new singer is fantastic. And the
Todd
albums with
Latore, right?
him, yeah. The
Yeah,
albums
he's
with him,
good.
I love. They're really great. People are like, it's not Queensryche. I'm like, I know, isn't it
It's
great?
good. It's
I'm so glad it's not. But they were killer live. And you know what? I went back to some other Queensryche that I didn't like before that does have Jeff on, and I liked a lot more than I thought I would. There's still stuff that sucks, but there's a lot of the older stuff that I didn't like then, but I do like now. So I'll give
The Warning
Queensryche some
is
love,
great.
some due love there. I
Race for
didn't like.
Order is underrated.
Yeah,
That's a great
man.
album.
You know, as I'm saying, there's some stuff I hated back then,
Yeah.
but I went back and I'm like, you know what?
Mm.
Queensryche not bad.
I will say, as far as guitar players go, Chris DeGarmo, the original guitar
Yeah,
player, fucking underrated. Dude is
yeah.
amazing.
There's
Yeah.
some great musicians always, man. I just didn't
Yeah.
like the music.
Yeah.
But researching them and saying, yeah, going back, it's fine. And the new stuff, forget
It's
it. It's fucking amazing. New stuff,
it's like
awesome.
to my ear, Jeff Tate, Michael Kiske, and Bruce Dickinson from Iron Maiden, they sound exactly the same vocally to me. It's like
Yeah.
there's not a lot that separates them. It just, I mean, they're all three are talented, right?
Yeah,
Talented
yeah.
singers.
No, Jeff's a super talented dude. Just his writing got really shitty.
Yeah,
I don't have any
yeah. But New Queensryche's
visual
pretty
aids for Queensryche. I never bought a Queensryche record in my fucking life. But, I would buy the new stuff. I just never did. Human Condition Human's a good one. That new one they just put out when
Yeah.
I saw him live was
Yep.
great.
Yeah.
Kick ass.
Yeah, the new stuff with Todd is fantastic. He's a great singer.
I will show some due love for Queensryche.
Yeah. So this my next pick is a band that I just didn't get. It's so fucking weird. So I'm a big fan. It's three guys, right? And all three of them are masters at their craft. Bass player, guitarist, drummer, fantastic. I am a fan of Possessed. You know where I'm going with this. I love Blind Illusion. And I forgot what else he did. Mr. Larry Lalonde. Larry Lalonde, Les Claypool, motherfucking, I forget the drummer's name. Is it Bear? No, Beard. Is it Beard, the original drummer? I forget.
Oh, come on.
No.
They've had two
my
different
God.
drummers.
The original drummer. I forget his fucking name. Hold on, let me look
There's
that up.
Lur Lalonde as the guitars, and god damn it. Is it Herb or something?
Mr. Alexander.
Herb Alexander, am I right?
Herb, yeah. Herb Alexander.
Herb Alexander?
Yeah, Herb Alexander.
Okay.
God damn. Primus, dude. Oh my God. Ooh.
Man,
So
Primus,
mind you,
fuck, man. I love.
oh my, I put on the man Frizzle Fry. Just oh my God, that shit is just fucking amazing, dude. Oh man, the Beaver track is phenomenal. That's later, but it's so good. It's on Pork Soda. Pork Soda is fantastic.
Pork Soda was my intro to him, and I love them.
Yeah, mine was Frizzle Fry, but Sailing the Seas of Cheese is fantastic. I mean, fucking Les Claypool, dude. I even like his voice. A lot of people don't, but I love this band. I get him now. I love this band. I love Primus. I've been having a lot of fun. Speaking of stuff we've been listening to lately, Primus is a band that I've been listening to a lot.
Great.
In my downtime recently, dude. Herb Alexander's drumming just oh my God.
Dude. All those dudes are next level. All of them.
And even the guy who replaced them later on.
Yeah.
There was a couple guys, but
there's Brain that I remembered. I just looked up.
Yeah.
He was one that I remembered quite a bit of, but yeah.
He's on the Brown album is great.
Yeah. But see, I remember Brain and
yeah, Brain's the one that followed her.
When I saw him live, Buckethead joined him on guitar. It was fucking insane.
Buckethead's great.
But yeah, wild, dude.
Primus, man,
Primus.
Didn't like him then, but I love him now.
Yeah, Primus has always been high up for me. Back when I was only discovering death metal from my brother's collection, he had Pork Soda on cassette, and I popped that in. It's like, fuck, mind blown. Yeah. We did some whole other shit, but it's amazing.
Yeah.
Bob took a belt and hung himself. And shit. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? These dudes are wild, man. I love Primus from the beginning, dude, man.
Tommy the Cat, god damn, that bass line.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying. The drum and bass that they have is ridiculous. Oof.
Dude, tell me the Cat is like, oh my God.
Next level, dude. All their stuff is phenomenal.
Yeah. Primus is great.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Your next pick.
That's a big one. I used to fucking hate these dudes, but again, I was gonna see him live, and well, might as well check him. My dad kind of started to win me over before that, but I am gonna go to Megadeth. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Hated Megadeth. I just have this. This is the only album I have of them, which by the way is Dystopia. This album, phenomenal. This is probably my favorite
Yeah,
Megadeth album, which I know is dumb to Megadeth fans. Dystopia is fantastic. It's the one
it's
album that won me
fantastic.
over. It finally grabbed me, and we was going to see. I was actually, it's a show I didn't even want to go to, but some friends were going, so I'm like, fuck it, I'll go show up. And we went. Trivium and Lamb of God was also playing there, and In Flames.
Oh, okay,
So I was mostly
gotcha.
going for Trivium for me, and Lamb of God. I love both of those guys a lot. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll go. Tickets were cheap, and Megadeth's at the end. I'm like, you know what? I'll give them a go live. I've always respected Dave's playing. You
Oh, he's a
know,
master.
a master guitar player and shit.
Yeah,
Uh, didn't really like. I hate his voice. I've kind of grown to like it now. But yeah, no, a lot of Megadeth kind of missed me as technically and great as they are. They kind of missed me, but I don't know. Seeing them turn me around. I even got me a woo-hoo, got me a
woo,
Mustaine,
that the
motherfucker.
Mustaine. Oh yeah,
Actually, it's a
that's a
Rhodes V,
beautiful
but
guitar.
it's a Rhodes V, but Dave played
It's
them.
still beautiful. Still beautiful guitar. It's still a
got a
beautiful guitar.
got a deal on that. But
It's
yeah,
still a
man, Megadeth, dude, fucking Megadeth. Yeah, I like Megadeth
dude.
now.
The musicians around him
Always were
are
the best. Always were.
no less. I mean, Marty Friedman, of course, Nick Menza, rest in peace, Gar Samuelson, Chris Poland, Kiko. You know, Kiko's fantastic. Dave Jr. You know,
I've always acknowledged that Mustaine is like the greatest guitar player in the fucking Big Four.
I
You
was
know,
just gonna say that. Yeah,
without
he's
question. I
yeah,
just didn't
without
like
a
his
doubt.
voice, and most of the
Yeah,
music was just. It's another one of those bands like, yeah, there's a lot of talent, but whatever they're doing just isn't getting me.
yeah.
I.
As far as guitar players in the Big Four, Dave Mustaine will run
Oh fuck,
circles around all
yeah,
of them. Oh my
anyone
god,
without even
dude.
trying. Now,
Yeah, now,
I
yeah,
saw him
even back.
live. He's like 70 and he's still killing it. It
Yeah,
was amazing live. He's still fucking shredding his ass off. Fuck out of
and
here.
he's
Dude's fantastic.
a cancer survivor. Some more
Yeah,
respect on his name, you know.
dude, man. God, he was still
Dude
so
is
good live. Seeing him live, I was like,
yeah,
motherfucker, is he great? God damn, is he
exactly.
good?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
really good.
When this Dystopia album came out, even when the singles came out, I didn't like it. I'm like, yeah, another shitty Megadeth album. And I was actually listening to the Rock and Metal Combat review of it, and it was playing in the background, and I was like,
Hmm.
I just kept hearing the background. I'm like, wow, it's a really fucking good one. And I found a thing where if you bought the CD for Dystopia, you could send a little card off or whatever, and they sent you the record for free. So I was like, fuck it, I'll do that. And then now I got both. I got a CD and a record of it. I'm like, wow, what a fucking great album too, man.
Yeah,
I listen to that album
it's
quite a
very
bit.
good.
It's really good. So
Yeah, it's very good. And
Megadeth won
again,
me over. What do you know?
yeah, fantastic. So
Unheard of.
I've been doing some self-reflection, and this next pick might shock you because this is a band that I've professed my severe disliking for them because I'm a big fan of that scene. So I'm talking about the Louisiana scene, obviously stuff like Soylent Green, Acid Bath,
Mm-hmm.
fucking, is Baroness from Louisiana?
Who?
Because if so,
No, I don't think
Baroness,
so.
I don't think so, but it sounds like them, but still I'm a fan of them.
I don't
We'll
think
say
they
they
are.
are. I don't
Mm.
think they are either, but we'll for the purposes of that style, I am a fan.
Yeah.
But there's this one band in that scene, not Caius. I love Caius.
Savannah, Georgia, by the way. Savannah, Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia. Okay,
They're
well,
Southern.
Southern for sure. Yeah, definitely not Northern. So this band, I never got into them because I just up until recently, a couple days ago, and that band is Clutch.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we had that discussion.
Yeah, I just didn't get it, man. And then I put on, what was it, Blast Tyrant?
Mm.
Put that album on from beginning to end. It clicked right away. I think early on, what the thing was, I'm not a fan of their snare sound. I'm really picky with the snare sound, man. I'm just like, oh, if it sounds like ass, I'm like, ah.
Yeah. I wouldn't
Uh,
notice that, so that's
yeah.
good.
See, I listen to the rhythm section.
That's
A
fine.
lot of people are lyric people, some people are guitar people,
Man.
riffs and stuff, which I am too.
Yeah.
But my thing, because I play drums and that's what I understand, is I listen to rhythm and of course bass players. If your drummer sucks,
Yeah.
your whole band is in shambles. That's my rule of thumb. Drummer doesn't suck, obviously, in Clutch. It's just the snare sound.
No. Yeah, just weird
No,
productions or whatever.
just the snare sound I'm real particular with. But Blast Tyrant was, I think that was the name of the album.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yes.
yeah, Blast Tyrant. The snare sound impeccable. I got it right away, and I was like, yeah, okay, I get it now. And then I went forward, and I went back a little bit to the first album, and I dig it. I dig it. You know, it's gonna take some time for me to say, yeah, I fucking love Clutch, right?
Oof.
To the caliber of an Acid Bath, what I just adore, right? Or COC, the early stuff, which I adore. Clutch
We
is
need,
not at that level
we need
yet,
to work
but
on that second part of COC. We'll get back to you on that.
yeah, no. But
That'll be the
I
next
like,
episode we do of this. He'll be telling me how much he loves
I
Wise
like,
Blood. Finally,
I love Blind, but
Wise
after
Blood,
that,
Wise Blood. Ah, Wise Blood.
animosity.
No,
Anyway,
I know that, but I'm just saying Wise Blood is good too.
yeah, eye for an eye, technocracy. That's my CLC. But anyway, Clutch. I'm
Yes.
working on it, but I really dig them now. I'm a fan. I'm a casual
Oh
fan now.
man. To me, they are the probably most consistently great band of all time. I mean, they just never take an album off. They do it all every year. There's a fucking new Clutch album. It's always fucking great. Like they're just the most consistently awesome fucking band of all time. Like you just they've lasted so long. I can't think of any band that's just that good all the fucking time. And it's just
Over
oh
30
man.
years now.
And they can get different too. It's not like Slayer where like,
Yeah.
oh, you know what it's gonna sound like. Really, they'll put out some shit. You still kind of getting, you know, it's gonna be a Clutch album, but they can get here and there with it. But it's always
Mhm.
fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're always great. I to my understanding, sadly, I haven't got to see them live myself, but to my understanding, live shows are always top, always
Yeah.
great, and just they never take a fucking day off, man. They're always awesome, always
Yeah.
on. You're just the most fucking consistent band of all time, I think, and just fucking great. I love them. Love.
Yes, songwriting is really good. Like the songs are there, and the guitar playing, obviously, the musicianship is top notch, from what I hear. So
Oh yes, sir.
them and Cannibal, they're very consistent, right?
It
Cannibal's
is,
very
yeah,
consistent. They just
just
don't.
solidly fucking. God damn, are they good?
Yeah, exactly.
So good. They're
So yeah,
such a tight rhythm. They're such a tight band. I think that's probably the thing about them.
yeah,
They're just so goddamn tight, dude. Those dudes are just fucking in pocket all the time.
yeah,
Always fucking.
yeah,
great.
absolutely.
Fuck
But yeah,
yeah,
Clutch.
dude.
That was my next pick. Pretty decent.
Excellent.
I dig it.
Excellent. How many more do you have?
I have, let's see, one, two, three, four. I've got quite a few.
Okay.
More
I'm
than
gonna say
five.
because I got two that are meh, but I got one really big one.
I got a couple big ones
So
that might shock you.
I'm gonna throw out a little meh one then for now, because if anybody's still listening, no, they're gonna. This one isn't huge. I didn't really give a fuck, but I also hated it. But you know, my wife turned me on for this one. She loves this shit, so I'm gonna go with Meatloaf. Oddly enough, but I hate Meatloaf. I love this fucking album, and I got a $4 copy of it. It's great. I love Meatloaf. Meatloaf's a great dude, cool guy. He's always hilarious. Dude's in on the joke. He's fantastic. This album fucking destroys. By the way, I got what's this Bad Out of Hell #1. Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Meatloaf's
the first one.
cool motherfucking guy, man. What can you say? Yeah, this isn't
He
a
sang
big
a
one.
couple songs on. He sang a couple songs on Doggy Dog. Ted Nugent, right?
Yeah, nothing.
He's on a couple tracks.
Nothing earth shattering here, but you know, everybody saw that goddamn. You know, everybody fucking hated that video on MTV back in the day, and so did I. And my wife's like, "Oh, I love Meatloaf," and I'm like, "Why?" You know. Well, you know, hey, I gotta have stuff on the rack back there for her too. So I bought the copy of Bad Out of Hell, and we played it a bunch. I'm like, you know
Yeah.
what? That was fucking great.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
shout out R.I.P.
So-
Meatloaf is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh fuck! I forgot Meatloaf passed away. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Rest in peace to Meatloaf. Yeah.
Love that guy.
Yeah. That totally missed me by. But yeah. All right. So this
comment.
next one is a. This is a band that means a lot to Kenny. I know that for a fact. This is a band that it took me years to understand them because they're so weird. You can't pigeonhole them into one genre because they do metal, They do alternative, they do post punk, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Talking about Faith No More.
Oh wow.
For the longest time, yeah, I wasn't a huge fan growing
Okay.
up. I was just like, this is so fucking weird. Like, if you thought, if I thought, what was it? Primus was weird. Like, to me, Faith No More was like beyond weird. I was like, I don't get it. Like, Epic was cool, but then I
Yeah, that,
heard,
honestly, that song's like my least favorite of theirs. That song
no,
kind of sucks.
yeah, it's
To be
not one of my
honest, I don't
favorites.
like Epic that much. I think it
It's not
sucks.
one of my favorite. It wasn't until I heard so their
Like
cover of
everything else is great.
Easy by the
Oh,
Commodores was what got me hooked. I
fuck
was like,
yeah, dude.
this fucking Mike Patton dude can sing. I thought he was
Oh
just
god.
some I thought he was just some
Oh
fucking joke. Like
wow,
I didn't I thought he was like I thought like the Epic. I
man,
was like, why do people love this guy? And then I heard Easy. I was like,
dude.
oh, that's why. And then I heard Midlife Crisis. I was like, oh, that's why. Dude, Midlife Crisis, Angel Dust, holy fucking shit, dude.
Oh man, you just gave me another pick straight up, dude. You totally
Dude,
gave me another pick because there's a good one.
dude,
Oh
Faith
man,
No
can I
More,
pull it out of
man.
my ass right quick?
Yeah, dude, they're so good that none of their albums suck. I do love the stuff with, We Care a Lot with
Fuck.
Mr. What's his name? Oh my God, his name escapes me.
Son of a whore, I can't find it. My shelf's a mess.
Yeah, the stuff with the original singer. Fuck, what the hell was his name?
Chuck
Oh my,
Mosley.
Chuck Mosley. There you go.
Oh, I love that shit and probably
I
more.
love I love Chuck Mosley. Yeah, even more than I mean, I love Mike Patton, but
I worship Mike Patton. Don't get me wrong, but the Chuck Mosley, I even have a Chuck Mosley solo record thing that's from Record Store Day that I have. I love
a
Chuck
lot of people
Mosley.
do.
We care
A
a
lot of
lot.
people. Rest in peace to Chuck Mosley, but dude had major street cred, man.
Oh
Major
fuck
metal
yeah, dude.
credentials.
Fuck yeah, dude.
This
Chuck is
dude was
amazing.
like, yeah, Chuck was fantastic. Introduce yourself. We care a lot. I love that stuff.
Fuck
But
yeah, dude.
fucking Angel Dust, when I heard that shit, I
Yeah,
got it
dude.
right away.
Yeah,
I was like,
Angel
man,
Dust is a fucking masterpiece.
album of the year. I mean,
Yep.
fucking the one after with the red cover. What the hell was King for a Day, Fool for a Life?
Wow,
Yeah,
man.
shit's
I'm glad you said that.
ah.
You totally gave me another pick. I would pull it out. I don't have it. God damn it. But one of the fucking bands I absolutely fucking despised back in the day. All my friends loved this goddamn shit, and I was like, "Fuck off with that bullshit." Was fucking Mr. Bungle.
Oh, really? I love that band.
Speaking of Mike Patton, Mr. Bungle could go fuck itself back in the day. I hated that goddamn shit. And now I get it. Well, see, my problem with it was, to me, it was just random bullshit. It's just there's just no creativity there. Like, oh man, it's genius. That's not fucking genius. It's random bullshit. Fuck out of here. But when I realize he's doing the shit on purpose and can recreate it, I'm like, okay, that's fucking genius. You know what I mean? Like, no, that's
He's
fucking hard.
deliberately
Never
doing
mind.
it.
Like, he
Yeah.
deliberately wrote this way. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
well then, fair enough. At the point at that back
Dude,
then, you couldn't tell me no different. Everybody told me it was
I
genius. I'm
love
like, this dude's
Mr.
a fucking idiot. Fuck out of here. That
I
dude.
lo-
God, I
it's
hate
weird.
Mr. Bungle, dude.
I didn't get
Oh,
Faith No More, but I've always loved Mr. Bungle.
I hated him.
I just
Hated him. Hated him. I was
love
so
Mr. Bungle.
mad. People put that shit on. Like, oh, here's fucking bullshit again. Random noises and bullshit. Fucking half-ass attempt at doing anything. I hated that shit. And now
Until you realize you can do this shit live.
I have my music on vinyl, my MOV copy of Disco Volante, which is probably like the nicest record I have. It sounds phenomenal. Oh, what a great fucking album. Oh, Disco Volante is a fucking masterpiece. Brilliant.
All three of them are great. I haven't
All
heard
of
the
it's
new
great.
one, but I haven't heard the new one yet.
Yeah, the new one's kind of boring to me. I don't know. It's a little too normal for
Oh
them.
yeah. But yeah, those first three, the original run, that shit's phenomenal.
Oh,
Dude, Disco
dude.
Volante rules.
You
But that
said
first
Mike
Mr.
Patton. I was
Bungle,
like, wow, I can't believe I missed that on my list of picks. I can't believe I forgot about Mr. Bungle.
yeah, Faith No More. I thought that was gonna throw you for a
Man.
shock because I was like,
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
I
that's
know how
fair.
much.
That's fair. To be honest, Faith No More kind of took me a minute. The first album with Epic and shit on it, this first one I heard, it was all right.
The real thing.
But yeah, real thing, it was all right. I had to burn a copy off of someone back in the day, and I was like, it's fine. It
Angel
wasn't
Dust is
until
way
a
better.
little later where they really started to grab me. And then, like you said, as a matter of fact, it was when Chuck Mosley passed, I dug more into his era of stuff, and I fell in love with that.
Great,
and Faith No
great,
More in general. So yeah,
great.
I should have pulled out my Chuck Mosley record and you can see that. It's really cool. It's like him doing some acoustic shit. It's really nice.
Yeah.
It's rocking
Even
though.
Soul Invictus was great.
Yeah.
I thought. Even Soul
Chuck's
Invictus
great dude.
ruled.
R.I.P.
Chuck's
Chuck.
great.
We
Yeah.
love you, man.
Yeah. Mr. Bungle, though, that's a great pick. I love Mr. Bungle.
Oh yeah. Well, you said Mike Pat, and I'm like, oh, I can't believe that one got past him. I
Yeah.
hated those motherfuckers.
Yeah. So this next band you might not be a fan of, probably. I know a lot of people my age, my generation, love this band. In high school, I just didn't get it, man. This is like if Math was a band, this is the band. And I'm not talking about Converge or any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Dillinger, which I love.
Oh, Dillinger.
Talking about Between the Buried and Me.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So Between the Buried and Me, I remember when Colors came out. I bought it. I returned it right away because I was like, what the fuck is this shit? I didn't get it then. I remember Alaska 2. I got that after. I was like, fuck this band. When Colors 2 came out, I bought it. I was like, you know what? I didn't like Colors. So I don't know what the logic was behind my reasoning where I was like, oh, maybe I'll like Colors 2 because I didn't like the original, right? And obviously Colors is better than Colors 2, like by a fucking long shot.
Mhm.
So I bought Colors 2. I liked it. I was like, you know what? Let me go back to Colors 1. I went back to Colors. And holy shit. I love it. I love Between the Bird and Me. I
Okay.
went back to their debut. Their debut is completely different, very hardcore sounding,
Yeah, it is.
not
Yeah.
as progressive as their later stuff.
Yeah,
Like
earlier.
they just
Yeah.
went off the deep end. The debut is fantastic. Alaska's incredible. I heard Mordecai one day and I was like, yep, I like this band. And to this day, I mean, I really, really do love this band. A lot. Big band. They kind of have a huge cult following, right? BT Bam. A lot of
Yes.
people love this band. I really dig this band, Between the Bird and Me. That was the big band, the other big band I wanted to mention. Well, there's a couple punk bands, but Between the Bird and Me, that's my next pick. Really cool band.
I never dug into them a whole lot, to be honest. I did listen to a couple albums. I liked what I heard. God
Yeah,
damn it. What's
they're
the name
really
of
good.
that fucking band? I was trying to find something else. Yeah, I never dug into them a whole bunch to even have much of an opinion, to be honest. I remember a bunch of people talking about them, and I went and listened to a couple of things, and yeah, it was good. It didn't grab
Yeah,
me,
if you
probably.
love Diligent Converge, you'll like them.
Yeah. They the bass player had that jazz band I remembered showing you and a bunch of other people when I got into it. Like,
Yeah,
goddamn, I was a Triscapes or
yeah.
something like that. Trioscapes is the name of it.
Trailscapes. Yep.
Trioscapes is the name of it. It's like some really cool technical jazz shit. I'd love
Really
the fuck
good
out of that. I listened to that more.
Really,
I
really
tried
good
getting
shit,
into
yeah.
Between the Buried and Me, and I ended up finding that and listening to that all the time. So that's probably where I got sidetracked.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, Trailscapes is awesome. I do like them, but yeah.
I did a little bit of Between the Buried and Me, and I listened to a couple albums, and I can't say I hated it or was even, I don't know, it was great, but I don't know. I didn't go back too much enough.
It was just too weird. It was like mathematics and equations in a band, like in music form. It was just, but I get it now.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Unlike most of the world, I am good in math. Math was one of my best subjects in school. Unlike most of the world.
I'm a history guy. I love
But
history and shit.
I love history. That's my favorite too. But I digress. You're next.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck to even call this one. This isn't really even for wow, that sounded like shit. The editor and me just heard that. But anyway, for what it's worth, I guess I still hate this band. But this dude's in a band that I hate, but he put out a solo album that I decided to grab. So it kind of doesn't really fit this. But just a shout out for this record because I thought it was pretty goddamn cool. This is Duff McKagan's solo album here. I got this for like $12 at the mall because I'm like, it's $12. And it's a vinyl. I'll buy it. It's actually really good. It's a little sleepy, So I tried drinking beers, listened to it, and got kind of bored, but it's fine. Good little album. Yeah. I fucking hate Guns N' Roses with all of my heart.
You just gave it away.
But I've always respected Duff, man. I respect out of Duff. Duff has a legendary history in our punk roots, so this is the only punk related thing I have tonight for you. Probably. Duff is a punk legend. Yeah, he was in the Farts. He was a part of a lot of things, honestly.
Yeah, a lot of shit.
But yeah, it's called Tenderness, and it's produced by Shooter Jennings, which is some country dude. So it kind of gives you an idea where we're going here.
I know who Shooter Jennings is. Yeah,
It
and I
doesn't
don't even like country.
yeah, it's not as bad as you probably think. Like it's pretty good, but it's not rocking or anything. It is pretty sleepy. But it's
I'm gonna
fun.
write that down.
Yeah.
Tenderness. What it called?
Tenderness by Duff McKagan.
Yeah.
You can probably
Obviously, I love.
listen to a couple
Yeah.
of tracks. I doubt you get through the whole album, but
Obviously,
it's pretty
I
good.
love. We both love the farts, so
Oh, I do.
This,
Yeah. Yeah, I love
yeah,
Duff.
for
Yeah,
sure.
Guns N' Roses can completely go fuck itself. Still hate them.
So
Axel's voice is terrible, and most of the music's boring. And people that try
yeah,
to say they were more street than hair metal, fuck you, it's a lie.
glorified hair metal at
It's
best.
absolutely, absolutely. They're
Glorified hair
more
metal.
street. Fuck you.
Yeah. So
Fuck all
this
this
is a
shit.
band. I loved shitting on this band for a lot of reasons. Because the guy that was in this band wasn't around for very long. It is a punk band, but the frontman for this band later went on to do a band that I even love way more than this band, which Kenny doesn't like that band that I really love over this band. He prefers this band. You know where I'm going with this. It's the Sex Pistols.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, spoiler alert. Yes, I prefer Pill over Sex Pistols. Kenny doesn't care about Pill, but Pill.
Opposite.
We'll get him on the Pill train. Trust me.
Maybe next episode you'll like Wise Blood, and I'll be like, you know what? Pill's not that bad.
Pill has a lot of great musicians. Ginger Baker was a part of Pill at one point, and then
So I wanted to ask you because I saw a thing that came up, and I meant to go listen to it. It's probably still saved somewheres on my phone. But Steve, I saw a thing that Steve Vai played guitar on Pill. I don't know if it was like on a whole album or just on a
yes,
song.
yeah, he plays on that one song Rise.
Mm.
Let May the world rise with you.
I didn't listen to it. I just saw it, and I'm like, I'm gonna save that and go listen to it and see if I hate it.
He played guitar on it's weird because he plays guitar on their fifth album, which is just called Album. So if you have the vinyl, it's called Album. If you have the CD, it's called CD or compact disc.
You're telling me that.
If you have the cassette version, it's called cassette.
Yeah.
So it's the same exact thing. It's just called something different depending what format you buy, right? Compact disc, cassette, album.
I'm gonna start there with them, even
thing.
though I know that's not gonna be what they usually sound like. I'm gonna start there because I love Steve Vai. Maybe that'll be my way.
That's a very good start. That's
I love Steve Vai.
That's their big album.
If
yeah,
you got
Steve
Vai,
Vai's
you got me. So you might have me there.
he is on that album, but yeah, not to steer off the subject, Sex Pistols. So
yes, sorry.
A band that in high school I was actually, spoiler alert, I started off really liking this band. Obviously, I think whether or not you want to call them fabricated, that's your prerogative. I'm not even going to get into the whole semantics of that, whether or not they were fabricated. Point is, Glenn Matlock, great guitar player, even an even better bass player, arguably, right? Sid Vicious,
great bass player.
Let me say it best. Let me say it best, right? Couldn't play a lick of bass to save his life. That's not at all, right?
I had no idea what he was doing.
Paul Cook on drums, he's incredible. And of course, John Lydon, Johnny Rotten, whatever you want to call him. In my opinion, went on to bigger and better things, but he got his start with the Sex Pistols and their first album, never mind the bollocks. Obviously, it's who doesn't know this record, right? Bodies, Holidays in the Sun, Anarchy in the UK, God Save the Queen, New York, EMI, Pretty Vacant, which might be my favorite song on the album. That are Bodies.
I love Bodies. Bodies is my favorite.
No Feelings.
Mm-hmm. Great
Liar. I mean, top to Submission. Top to bottom, it's fantastic. They're one and only release, but it is an English punk classic. It's a punk rock classic. I've had the hat on in many different shows. It took a while. There's bands that I've grown out of that I go back into. Sex Pistols was one of them. It probably will stay that way because I love John Lydon. And Sex Pistols is really good. I just prefer Pill. But I still love Sex Pistols. Yeah. Two different beasts, but there you go.
Yeah, it's a revisionist history, fucking retroactive, fucking trying to be cool thing to do to hate on the Sex Pistols now. That's what I think. I thought they were brilliant. They influenced everything. I don't know if they're really fucking however you put it, but I mean they're I mean a dude found some dudes and put a band together with them, you know, or for them, or said, hey, you two guys should jam or something. I don't fucking see a problem with that. Fabricated is a little bit of bullshit to me.
Yeah,
They're
I
just
agree.
there's just the dude put some band dudes together, made a band out of it. I mean, fuck, promoted them. I mean, the music's still
There
there.
was
They still walk the
absolutely
motherfucking walk. You know what I mean? They still tour everything they got
exactly.
their fucking hands on. What more do you
Yeah,
want? You know,
yeah.
go back and call them a boy band and all this other bullshit everyone else is doing. Fuck you.
No,
Such bullshit.
complete
Fuck
opposite
out
of
of
a boy
here.
band.
Complete
Never crossed
fuck
my
out of
mind.
there. I don't
That
know.
thought
All the
never
hate on
crossed my
them to
mind.
me, all the hate for them to me is bullshit. They did what they did. Your fucking favorite band's influenced by them, so fuck you.
Oh, speaking of favorite bands, so one of the big important things about the Sex Pistols is that without them, there is no X-Ray Specs. And to anyone who's
Clash.
listening, exactly. You guys know how I feel about X-Ray Specs, and of course, the Clash. They're my favorite
Yeah.
band of all time.
Yeah.
So important, yes. Good, yes. And check out the Professionals. That was Glenn Matlock's band after
Yes,
this
sir.
band. Really good shit.
That's the other one I was messing with you because you'd always like I said with the Husker Du and like, you know, oh man,
Yeah.
fuck the Ramones. I'm like, dude, the Ramones fucking made Husker Du. And it's like, oh, I hate the Sex Pistols. I'm like, dude, the Clash, like fucking they said themselves, like, no Sex Pistols, no us. Like they fucking completely formed because of the Sex Pistols, man.
More on that band later. Your next pick.
But all right. This is gonna be my big one, really big one, really gross one. This isn't band, but this is an era of a band and a couple of albums by them that
Ooh.
put me off of what was my favorite band of all fucking time and completely had them dethroned as my favorite band of all fucking time. And just I didn't listen to my favorite band of all fucking time for 20 years. Didn't listen to another goddamn note.
I
And the band that replaced him is on the other side of this list, but that doesn't matter.
yeah.
I My wife got Audible, and I downloaded a little book about the era of this band that I hated, and it kind of made it interesting to me. And then I went got their very infamous documentary, and it made me even more interested. And I went back to these two albums that I absolutely despised, and I was like, you know what? Not that bad. So it's Metallica's Load and Reload isn't that bad.
Oh, they're bad.
They're not that bad.
They're terrible.
I kind no, there's some good stuff there. It's not a Metallica album, but
No,
there's
I
some
don't
good
look at
songs
that.
in there. I think, and I kind of grew to love them.
Hey, my bitch.
That song sucks. I'm not saying all of the songs are great. I said there's some good stuff in there.
Where's your crowd, King Nothing?
King Nothing, King Nothing's a good one. I'm just saying
give me five, give me double.
that song sucks. That
Terrible.
song still sucks. Again, you're pulling up the shitty ones, and I know they're all the shitty ones. I'm just saying, I went back and I was like, I don't hate this as much as I thought I did. And it wasn't much longer before that. Someone said this in one of my groups, like, you know what, Load Reload, not that bad. And I'm like, fuck you. And I flamed them. And like a couple months later, I found myself going there.
How
And
about
it's
that
like,
cum shot on the album cover of Load?
fuck, that's
Pause.
me listening to it now. No, not that serious. But let me see. Let me pull up the track listing because I don't remember. I don't hate Until It Sleeps. I never did. Think that song's good.
Nah.
Uh, I think Hero of the Day is good. Bleeding Me was cool. Yeah. I hear the crickets in the background. Sorry, everyone. But I'm just saying. This is you know, I figured this would go off this way, but let me go to Reload for you. Fuel sucks. Memory Remains is kind of here and there. You know what? I don't think Unforgiven 2 is as bad as everyone says it is. I kind of like that one. It's not coming through, I don't think. Some of the stuff is bad. Bad Sea was cool. Low Man's Lyric is a cool ass song.
No, I didn't like that one.
I like that song. I'm not saying all of it's good. I'm not saying most of it's good. I'm saying it's not as bad as I thought. And I kind of like some of it. And going back now, I guess there's like a certain fondness to it for me in a way that it just drove me so nuts for so long. And
Lars Ulrich is the weakest drummer of the big four. There, I said it. Think about it, man. Charlie Benante will wipe the floor with Lars.
Okay, that might be fair, but there's no one can tell me Lars is a bad drummer. That's fucking stupid.
No. I'm talking about as far as everyone else in the big four. I mean,
no, that's fine. I'll give you that. I'll give you everyone else is probably better.
I mean, don't Nick Menza and Chris. I mean, technically speaking, Gar Samuelson was the best drummer, right? Technically, because that dude was incredible.
Megadeth drummers don't count. There's a different one in every fucking album.
No, right. Dave Lombardo obviously is the best one, but I'm just saying. Charlie's
okay.
not a
and Charlie, yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Charlie invented the blast beat. There, I said it.
Well, yeah. Lars didn't do blast. Oddly enough, Lars didn't do blast beats until fucking what's this bullshit called? The bad one? The Trash Can album?
Oh, fucking Saint Anger?
Saint Anger. There's blast beats on that album. Did you know that?
There is. Yeah, there is. Yeah,
if that's fucking snare sound, here's another one for you. If that snare sound wasn't so fucking bad, if it wasn't so bad, that album wouldn't be that bad.
Yeah,
that's their heaviest fucking album. There's blast beats. That album is heavy as fuck.
I love Van Halen, but I'll take Alex Van Halen's drums or snare jump sound, and I hate that snare sound.
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying, like, if you take that out and just look past it, because I work with a dude who listens to that album all the time. I don't fucking know why, but he does. And I'm go by and I'm like, God damn, that album's heavy as shit. That snare sucks. There's no doubt about that. But if you take that out and listen to everything else, and it's hard to do. But if you do, I'm not saying the lyrics are brilliant because they're stupid too. The lyrics are dumb as shit, and the snare test sound sucks. But you just listen to the music that's there, like that could have been a badass album.
But that snare sound killed it, man.
Oh, it does. It does. But there's
horrible.
I wish I could go back and remix that or something, and maybe get James to do the fucking vocals over again or something. But anyway, my point is, it's a weird era of theirs that I look back at a different way now because I'm old too.
Yeah.
And anyone who talks shit on Lars, fuck you. You're full of shit. Lars is a great drummer. He's great at what he does. I didn't say he's the best, but he's a great fucking drummer.
Good in the pocket, quote unquote, right? But I mean, we're talking, I play drums, but I wouldn't put him in the top 15 for example.
Oh, that's okay.
I can think of 20 drummers that are way better,
Sure. But he's a great fucking drummer.
If you want to talk about,
no one can tell me he's a bad drummer. That's bullshit.
Obviously, if you put him next to a Gene Krupa or a Buddy Rich, it's like,
oh fuck.
Who's no, dude. No, he's not good at all, right? But no,
he plays for the song, man. And he does that very well.
Yeah, he plays for the song.
He's one of the better drummers at doing that, I think. He doesn't do what you're supposed to do, but it fucking works, and he just does cool shit.
Yeah,
especially in the older days. He got a little lazy later, probably a little old. Happens to us
Kill 'Em
all.
Kill 'Em All. I have no complaints. That's my favorite Metallica album, obviously. But that was surprising. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, it surprised me too when I was listening back, and I'm like, I remember another one that got me good too. There was because I remember when this happened back in the day because I was trying not to be depressed because my favorite band was going to shit. And there was this live show they did for MTV where it was like a call-in show and they were just jamming in this little fucking basement thing. I've listened back to that and fucking loved it, dude. I was like, wow, it's so good. Did you really? I fucking loved it, man. It was so cool to go back to that. Oh, I know. Man, at the time I was furious, dude. I was watching that shit and when I was young, when that actually happened in 1990, whatever, I was so fucking mad. I was like 14. I was like, fuck you, motherfucker. Ruined my goddamn life. But I'm as old now as they were then, probably, and I guess I get it. I guess I get it now. I'm finally that old, and I'm like, it's not all good. It's okay. It's not all bad either.
Exactly. On a lighter note, so growing up, there were two bands that got me into punk rock, right? Obviously, the Misfits was my gateway. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here doing the show with Kenny, right? I
Mm.
probably would never met Kenny, to be quite honest with
What a
you.
sad
And
thought.
the other band was the Ramones. And
Yeah.
growing up, I loved the Ramones. Obviously, I did. There was a period in my life of about 7 or 8 years where I was just like, man, I no, like the Ramones, no, get that shit out of here. But the
Mm.
Misfits, I've always loved, obviously. So the only reason I put Ramones on bands that I used to hate but now love was for that dark period of time where I was in the trenches
Yes, sir.
until I finally saw the light and I was like, God damn, these Tommy Ramone was an amazing drummer, man. And no,
Yeah.
that's not a slap. That's not a slap to the face of Marky because Marky was incredible. I mean, Marky played in fucking Dust, and I love Dust. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Yeah.
those two albums he did with Dust, fantastic. You want to hear Marky probably at his best? Listen to that shit. Obviously, he was great in the Ramones, but yeah, the Ramones, man. I mean, the first album is obviously did it start punk rock? It certainly put it on the map. I think we can all say that. See,
Oh,
as
fuck.
much as I
No, the
wasn't,
Ramones started punk. I don't give a fuck.
I say the Stooges, but yeah, the Ramones. Okay,
Nah, dude.
anyway,
Yeah, but the Ramones are punk, dude.
no, the Ramones are punk. Of course they are. I'm saying that even though there was a period in my life where I couldn't listen to them anymore. I never took away their importance
Sure,
in the movement.
sure.
I never once said, "Oh, they didn't influence shit." I
Right,
would never go that far,
right.
obviously, because without these guys, I mean, thrash wouldn't exist. And you know how much I love my thrash.
Yeah.
So does Kenny.
Yes.
Punk rock was needed, damn it. And Ramones,
Yes,
their
sir.
attitude, the way they played,
Yes, sir.
their songs were needed. That's the kick in the ass that metal needed to get where it is today.
Yeah.
I feel like without the Ramones, without bands like the Misfits, you could put the fucking Dead Kennedys in there for sure. Metal music would have died a long time ago.
Yeah.
And that's just a fact. So the Ramones, I mean, I pretty much love most of their stuff. There's a couple albums where I'm like, but for
No,
the
yeah,
most
yeah,
part,
yeah.
I love all their stuff, you know? Joey, Johnny, Dee Dee, Tommy. You can name all the guys that have, come and gone along the way. Marky, of course. CJ, which is basically Clemberg from Blondie. Right?
Yes, sir.
Even he jumped for the Ramones. But yeah, the Ramones. Not the band that got me into punk, but certainly the band that, along with the Misfits, who really got me into punk, shaped my musical taste to this day. And hence why this page exists.
Yes,
So yeah,
sir.
the Ramones.
Nice. I have a band like that in that much situation where the reason you didn't like them for a long time, I'm gonna be there with one of those bands forever. I'm just never gonna like them again. And that's I'm just gonna stay there with that band. I'll get to them late on the other side of this because they're in my used to love but still hate side, and that's never gonna change. So I'm glad you got to get through it. I never will. uh, okay, my next one, as far as hate but now love, I'm not there yet, and I'm scared. I'm scared to go any farther because I don't know. Like it would be cool to dig in and find a lot more music I really love, but I'm scared of the doors it'll open. I don't want to go liking this shit, you know. Uh, so my wife really wanted to watch the One Love Bob Marley movie.
Ah, really?
So we
Dude,
watched it. The movie
don't
sucks.
be afraid.
But no, the movie really struggled to tell a story. Smile Jamaica, as far as the Bob Marley story, is a phenomenal story. If you don't know the whole Smile Jamaica history of Bob Marley, fucking insane. Dude was shot and showed up
Yeah.
and did the show anyway. That whole era of his history. I don't even like Bob Marley, but if that shit was on vinyl, I'd have it. There's not a good vinyl of that whole show, or I'd own it. I promise, because that whole story behind that's phenomenal to me. Such a crazy story. So fucking
Dude,
cool.
Bob Marley is amazing. He really is amazing.
Well, I've always had this thing against reggae because to me it's just the same goddamn beat on every song. And when I was listening, yeah, well, see, when I was listening to the music on the movie, I'm like, I found it was a little more diverse than I thought it was. And I found stuff in there that I thought was pretty cool. And I could go digging in, and I might like a whole bunch of it. And I don't know if I want to go there. I'm a little. little scared to go there,
Trust me,
man.
you shouldn't be scared, man. Because like I said, as much as I love
Uh,
Bob Marley, I've said this before. Jimmy Cliff is my favorite reggae singer
right,
of all
right.
time.
I do like a little bit of what I've heard from Tosh for sure. His guitar player,
Peter, Peter
Peter
Tosh,
Tosh.
yeah,
Yes,
he's
sir.
fucking
He's really
fantastic,
great
dude.
guitar player. I respect him a bunch. I don't know, man.
Legalize it,
Maybe I'll end up doing the deep dive. I don't
legalize it
know.
is,
Yeah, yeah.
dude. So
Maybe.
legalize it is great. You know, there's a lot. Toots and the Maytals are great.
Yeah.
See, it's weird because dub and reggae are two completely different genres.
Right.
They have similarities, but they're completely different. So, as far as the dub stuff, I mean, you might like it, you might not. There's different
Nah, probably.
bands, you know,
I
the
like
upset.
the more, especially where Bob is, where a lot of it, I mean, kind of leans into like kind of classic rock territory almost in a way. Some of it, you
Yeah,
know.
because Bob Marley and the Wailers, a lot of great, like Bunny Wailer is
Yeah, man.
amazing. You
The
know,
Wailers are a
his
great
first solo,
band.
Peter Tosh came out of that,
I
and
just
so
don't like the
did.
style of the music itself. Kind of annoys me, and it's repetitive, and that's okay. But it's repeating something that annoys me. So I've avoided it
I
for a
mean,
long
fuck,
time. But I don't know. Maybe
it works though. I
I'm
mean,
not
you
there
could say that
yet.
about
But
you
maybe.
could say that about AC/DC and Motorhead. They're
But that's
repetitive
what.
as shit. But
But
I
they're
love
repeating
it.
things I like hearing. That's my problem. I'm not saying repetitive is bad. I mean, I listen to music that the whole album's a blast
No,
beat.
yeah.
Repetitive isn't bad as long as it's repeating something good. Everything
I
sounds the
will say
same
this.
once you're outside of it. But
I've been playing drums since I was 13 years old. I'll be 34 this summer. So over 20 years. Even now, if I try playing a reggae beat, dude, that shit's fucking hard. It
hard.
sounds simple as shit,
Yeah,
but it's
it's a
when
weird
you've been
swing.
playing, yeah, when you've been playing rock or thrash or just any like punk drumming, you try playing reggae or jazz, like, dude, that shit is hard, man.
Yeah, you got
That's
to
a
be on point.
workout in itself. That's a workout in itself. Like
Yeah,
jazz, I won't even touch because I'm like,
no.
yeah, I'll never be, I'll never be that good. That's just beyond my comprehension. Reggae, I can certainly try, but it's like, god damn, I gotta rewire myself to play that shit because it's completely different. It sounds simple, but it's tough as shit
Yeah.
on the drums. I mean, rhythmically speaking, it's tough. But no, man, don't be afraid, dude. I mean, I was afraid when I got into
I
it
don't
because
want
I
to
wasn't a
like
big reggae
reggae.
fan.
That's gross.
Reggae is, dude. I'll take reggae over fucking country any day,
Oh
man.
no, no. Good country's good,
Dude,
man.
no,
Good country's
no.
good.
I'll
Johnny
take
Cash?
I'll take
Fuck off, man. Johnny Cash is better than any
Jo-
goddamn reggae, motherfucker.
Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash gangster shit. No, Johnny Cash
Fuck
doesn't count.
it.
I don't count him as country because
Oh,
he did
oh, he
everything.
is?
He did rockabilly. Well, he is country, obviously, but rockabilly. I mean, classic rock. I mean, he's a chameleon by himself. But yeah, Johnny Cash is great. I want to say who else? There was one
David,
other guy.
David Allen Coe for me, fucking Hank, all kind of shit, man.
The album he did with Dimebag Darrell on guitar, that shit was pretty
Oh,
good.
yeah.
I won't lie. David
Rebel
Allen
meets
Coe, yeah,
Rebel.
that shit was good. Rebel meets Rebel, yeah, that shit was good.
I saw
I
I
really
saw
like that.
I saw Dave live once. It was a religious experience. I can tell you now. It was fucking amazing.
Yeah, yeah. I saw Dimebag Darrell Pantera twice. So,
Very good.
but my next pick is it's a weird one. I feel like a lot of metal fans love this band. I feel like a lot of people who are into alternative love this band. Probably a lot of punk people love this band. I can't really say they're punk, can't really say they're metal, can't really say they're alternative rock. They certainly helped influence that movement in the 90s, right? Bands like, I'm thinking the Chili Peppers later. Well, no, the Chili Peppers were around long before this band, so I can't say that. Anyway, just think of the 90s, pick any
Yeah.
band, minus the grunge bands. I mean, those are completely
Yeah.
different, but the band I'm talking about is Jane's Addiction.
Oh, I love James. Always did.
And James was an interesting
Always love
come
him.
up. So, yeah, I heard
Always love him.
Been Caught Stealing. When I heard that for the first time, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't get this shit, man. I love it now, obviously, but when I first heard it, I was like, I don't get it. It wasn't until I heard 3 Days, which is on that same album, where I was like, holy fucking shit. Like Dave Navarro can actually play.
Oh
I
yes,
mean,
sir.
you know,
Fuck yes, dude.
and Perry Farrell's a great, he's a great vocalist. Dude, those first two Jane's Addiction albums are fantastic.
Yeah, James is the only place I like Dave Navarro, and that's it. Anywhere else, I don't like him.
Yeah, he did one album with the Chili Peppers, was a 100 minute,
Yeah, it just
which
sucks. I hate that shit.
I love first four Chili Pepper
I don't
albums.
like
So
any of
up
their
to
shit. Then they annoy me.
dude, Mother's Milk and Back, that's just fire. But anyway,
Don't like them.
Jane's Addiction, dude. Ritual de lo, Ritual de lo Habitual is fantastic. Been Caught Stealing, I love it now.
Mm-hmm.
3 days is to this day my all-time favorite Jane's Addiction track. That shit's fucking great. Haven't heard their last two records. I think I heard the one that came out in '03. What was it called? Started with an S.
Oh fuck, I don't know. Off the top of my head, I don't know.
I forgot what it was called. But
Yeah.
anyway, I heard that. Kind of heavy. Kind of
Mm-hmm.
heavy. Minus, but yeah, I mean, the drum work is fantastic. Of course, the rhythm section. I love the snare sound. Again, go back to the snare sounds. Jane's Addiction has one of the best snare sounds in the game. And of course, Perry started Lollapalooza back when Lala was great, but now it's gone to shit.
Porno for
For
pyros.
for all the Zoomers out there, Lollapalooza was you can
Yeah,
thank Jane's Addiction for that
was
shit.
special. Yeah, at one time.
Edumacate your fucking selves. This is where Lollapalooza came from. Know your history, kids. Jane's Addiction fucking rules. You're welcome. Check them out.
Yeah. Porno for pyros also. Side
Yeah, I
thing
love
of
Porno
Perry
for Pyros.
Farrell. Porno is
Yep.
fucking great.
Yeah, Porno for Pyros is great.
Always
love
love
that shit.
Jane's. Always another one of those bands that even when I was listening to only death metal and shit, like I still love that. I love Jane's Addiction, man. They always grab me.
They're such a different band from everybody, man.
Very different. I was watching a
don't-
live show of theirs one day, and my wife's like, "What the fuck are you listening to?" I'm like, "No, don't hear me out. These guys are great."
Dude, that
and then
crowd
like
went
Perry's
crazy.
kissing fucking Dave Navarro, and she's like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "Look, I know this looks bad." I know
that
this looks bad, but they're awesome. Just hear me out.
That crowd was wild, man. In those early live shows.
Hear me out. It's a good band. I know I look
Yeah,
bad right now.
Jane's Addiction's fantastic.
Fuck yeah. I don't really have any more as far as this side of it, so you can rattle off whatever you want at this point. I'll see you on the I'll leave you on the used to love but now hate side.
No FX was the other one that I wanted to mention. That was pretty much it. And then
good. You can
yeah,
talk as
I
much
got
as
through
you want
everything I
on them,
wanted. No, yeah, no effects. I mean, 90% of their stuff is great. It's just the 110% from the later stuff that I'm not too familiar with. We'll get to the part two eventually.
Yeah, but I say more on that in part two if we ever do.
Yeah. If you stick around for the part two of the latter days of No Effects.
Yeah, I gotta go listen to like 8 more albums one week.
Yeah, there's a couple of gems on there, but the stuff from So Long, Thanks for All the Shoes and Back, that shit is barnacles good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that was it for my used to hate now love.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Say if you got anything, go for it, man. I'll let you take over for a while.
Okay, now you want to flip it over to bands we once loved but now hate?
I got a lot less. I got a lot less.
I got a few, man.
Because generally when I love something, I love it. But there's a couple, and actually it's only like, literally like a couple.
Let's rustle some feathers, man. The first one I'm gonna pick is Iron Maiden.
Okay. Wow.
Let me explain.
Feel you on that.
Let me explain. Let me explain. Obviously, Seventh Son and Back, nothing wrong. I'm partial to the Paul Di'Anno years, the first two records.
Yes.
That shit is phenomenal. I've seen Iron Maiden live 12 times. Always great live. Always great live. Fear of the Dark live is not a fan of that album, but that song live is fucking life-changing, dude.
Yeah.
The way Bruce prances around on stage saying Fear of the Dark, I was like, fuck yeah, I don't like this album, but this song rips live.
Oh yeah.
They're great live, but man, their comparison to Judas Priest, like I'll take Judas Priest over fucking Iron Maiden. It baffles my mind. Yep. People who pick Maiden over Priest, like, Priest, Maiden has broken me as a Maiden fan of the early stuff they've broken my heart so many times over the years, Brave New World was pretty good. Dance to Death, shitty cover, had a couple decent tracks. Matter of Life and Death, it was okay. I saw that tour. They were great live. But like Senjutsu, their most recent stuff, or Book of
Oh,
Souls,
awful. Book of
not
Souls
a
was
not a
shit.
huge fan.
Oh,
The one before that was a Final
God.
Frontier, fucking awful, man.
I even tried buying that
Off
goddamn live CD thing of the Book of Souls stuff. God, that was fucking terrible.
and fucking Yannick Gears, man. He holds fucking
Yeah, he
Adrian
does.
Smith, and he holds the other two back. The two actual
Mm-hmm.
good guitar players in the fucking band,
Yeah.
Adrian Smith and Neil Murray, man.
Yeah. Yeah, wasted.
And part of the reason why I'm falling out of love with Iron Maiden is because Steve Harris has made some shitty comments about punk music that I won't even get into.
Yeah.
Fuck Steve Harris for saying that shit. As much as I love Maiden, I'll take punk over any Maiden record any day, except for those first
Yes.
two. Maiden's my first pick.
Okay.
Sorry, not sorry. I do love the early shit.
Sure. So Metallica broke my heart and was no longer my favorite band. And so Deicide became my favorite band. And now fuck them too. Deicide, man. Once Upon the Cross, I've said many times, I think, in my own personal opinion, is the most extreme album ever created. God, it hits so hard, and the shit they're saying on there is
Really?
mind blowing. I know
Over the
everybody
first two?
disagrees. Yeah, dude, are you gonna get any more hardcore than Kill the Christians? I mean, what are you gonna do? That's more hardcore than that. There's shit that's heavier and faster, but goddamn, that album, for a second me into Once Upon the Cross. Holy shit,
Yeah.
that's mind blowing. I was a little Christian kid when I heard that. I was scared shitless, man. Terrifying,
Man, dude,
terrifying.
Oblivion.
And God,
I
I
I
fucking hate
love that album.
Deicide now. Man, I should go back, and I'd probably love Once Upon the Cross to hear it again, and maybe I should one day. But I just got too
I
close.
saw them
Maybe
live
I
for
say it all the time. I got too close.
I saw them live for the first time when Stench of Redemption came out with Jack Owen on guitar. That was a pretty good show. I do like
Jack,
that album a lot.
Jack Owen, man, I love that
Dude,
guy.
Jack Owen's an amazing guitar player,
He's an
man.
amazing
And live,
guitar player, but God,
dude,
is he boring as shit live. Just
yeah.
he has zero stage presence. That poor guy. I love Jack to death. I love you, Jack Owen. I really love you,
He's
man.
fucking
God damn,
stiff
move.
live,
Do
but
something, sir. Please let me know you're breathing up there besides your hands moving.
he can
me and
play though.
me and James always mess around with that. Like, because I've only caught him with Cannibal when he played for Cannibal. He's played
Oh
with
yeah,
everyone a
yeah,
hundred times, and I
yeah.
caught him with Cannibal, and like that whole era he was there. Again,
I
amazing
think I
guitar
did too.
player. Love him to death. I
For
love Jack
Wretched
Owen.
Spawn.
Great dude,
Yeah.
great dude. But my God, is he
Yeah.
boring live? Jesus Christ. Ooh, he's just
Yeah.
a robot. But,
Dude, Steve
but
Ashim, dude,
yeah,
drummer Steve Ashim live is
absolutely.
oh my fucking
Absolutely, dude.
that dude.
Deicide,
I'm like,
God damn, I love them dudes, man. But man, fuck
I had to
Glenn
stop
Benton,
playing drums
dude.
for a little bit because of what seeing him live. I stopped
Fuck
playing
Glenn
drums for a
Benton,
little bit
man.
because I saw him live. I'm like, when I saw him and Pete Sandoval live, I was like, yeah,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not touching
yeah.
my
Commando, baby. Pete
fuck that shit,
Sandoval.
dude. Those two dudes, I'm like, yeah,
Shit.
I'm not touching this.
Oh, yeah, those dudes will break your fucking legs, man.
Dude, oh my god, dude, the way those dudes play,
Yeah.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
and they're so good.
those dudes will break your
Oh
fucking legs.
dude, oh
Uh
my god, more.
but Glenn Benton can go fuck himself because he's a giant diva pussy and I don't like him. And you know. Did you see the latest one where he's talking about all death metal bands now look like they belong in Weezer? He's like, oh, it's a bunch of everybody looks like they belong in Weezer now, man. And like, you're the same bitch that was just crying not too long ago because Slipknot wouldn't take him on tour. Shut the fuck up, Glenn.
Oh, I forgot
You,
about
Glenn.
that.
Fuck you, Glenn.
And I
Glenn.
like
Hey,
Weezer.
Glenn. Fuck
I
you.
like I like early Weezer, man. I like those first two
Fucking
records.
Weezer's better than Deicide now, that's for sure.
Oh, Weezer live is great. Trust me, they're great live.
Fuck Glenn Benton, man. Glenn's a piece of shit. Like I said, I was finally supposed to see him live. I've told this story. Fuck it. I was supposed to see him live. Goddamn, and like this place I was going to see him at, shithole. The place caught on fire
Yeah.
not long after. Total shithole. But goddamn it, Kitty played.
Oh,
Yeah,
Kitty
it
live. Oh,
if 4 girls from Canada can pull it off, Glenn, so could you. Stop being a little bitch.
Dude,
Glenn got there and like, oh, I can't play in a place like this.
Kitty
And you
Live
know
is
what? Fine. You know what? Fine. If you couldn't play a place like that, fine. Cancel the show in the middle of the day, you motherfucker. Not an hour before the show kicked, and I had to
there you
drive 2
go.
hours to go see that little bitch. And this motherfucker, I'm like halfway there. God damn it! Oh, it's canceled because Glenn didn't want to fuck you, Glenn. You
I saw
fucking
Kitty
pussy,
at three Ozfest. I saw
little
Kitty.
bitch.
They were amazing, man.
Oh yeah, fucking Kitty's fantastic. They're coming
Kitty's
back. If they ever come
fantastic.
close, I'm going to see them again. Can't wait.
Yeah,
We went. They were playing, like I said, in that little dive. Me and my wife was hanging out with them
yeah.
before the show because we got there super early.
I think
She
they
has
have an
a
album.
shirt signed by all of them.
They have an album coming out this year. I think they put out a couple new
Yeah,
tracks, and I was
yes,
like,
sir.
yeah, pretty good,
Oh
pretty
yeah,
good. I'm excited.
love them. Can't wait. Glad they're
Yeah,
back. Because
I'm glad they're back
goddamn
too.
my girl Mercedes, man, when Kitty was down, she went off and did a goddamn fucking what you call it, fucking Doom band. That shit sucks. But
Mercedes, yeah, not good. But Mercedes was that chick
oh
for
yes,
sure.
oh yes,
Oh, Mercedes was that chick.
her and
Ah.
Fallon.
Woo, yeah. Ooh,
But
now we're talking.
now we're talking.
Now we're talking. Yeah. If you're gonna listen to Deicide, check out Deicide, Legion, obviously Once Upon the Cross,
Once upon
Serpents on the Line,
serpent to the light.
and Stench of Redemption. If you want, yeah. Dude, Serpents of the Light is.
For
But
old
Once Upon the
times,
Cross,
yeah, for old time's sake, I want to go back to Once Upon the Cross because no album grabs me quite like that album does. It's one of my favorite albums of all
Confessional Rape.
time. Fuck, that album's so brutal. It's one of my favorite
Wait,
albums of all time, but it's just so
yeah,
hard to listen to now,
the
man.
first Deicide
I'm so
is
fucking bitter.
first Deicide is very important to me. One of the greatest death metal
I'm so
albums,
bitter.
period.
Yeah,
But
I'm so
yeah,
bitter.
this second band, okay, we're getting into a punk band now. So
No.
this band is from Chicago, and I was a big fan of this band until I saw a clip on YouTube, very famous clip, can't miss it. The fucking Weasel punching a chick in the face. Talking
Huh.
about Screeching Weasel, dude.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
Fuck that band, man.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That Weasel motherfucker punched the chick in the live show, dude.
Oh no,
Look
I
it
like
up
them
on
too.
look it up
Yeah.
on YouTube. Whether or not equal rights, equal lefts.
I say,
Whatever
did
you
he
want.
Afro Man her?
No, no, he literally decked her in the face a
So
couple
did Afro
times.
Man.
Yeah, like, dude, you're a bitch. You know what I mean? And Chicago should cancel the shit out of you. I certainly will.
There
No,
you go. There you go. I
see,
did not know that. That's weird.
I won't even get into the equal rights, equal lefts thing. My rule of thumb is you should never put your hands on anybody. I don't care how
Sure.
big or small they are,
Yeah,
and
just don't.
not expect retaliation in return. That's just me.
No.
You punch someone or you push someone, expect to get hit back. I don't care who you are.
Sure.
I'm just saying until people get that fact into their fucking heads, we will never progress
Yeah.
as a nation. But Screeching Weasel, man, those guys can go fuck themselves for all I care. Yeah.
Interesting. I did not know
Screeching
that.
Weasel.
That's a bummer. I kind of
Yeah.
like them. I haven't heard them in a while though.
I love Naked Ray Gun. I love Articles
Oh
of Faith.
fuck yeah! Naked Ray Gun's badass.
Naked Ray Gun is great.
God.
They're not on this for spoiler alert because I fucking love that band.
Man,
But
Naked Ray
Screeching
Gun's so
Weasel,
good.
Screeching Weasel can go fuck themselves.
Okay.
That's my next pick.
Interesting. Much like you were saying, the Ramones, just personal shit. You just couldn't do it. Mine is Dark Funeral. I just can't. Just too much history there. I just can't. It's literally her email, I don't want to hear him ever again. I'm good.
I think I saw them live once. They were okay, but I was never a huge fan of Dark
I was a
Funeral.
very huge fan. I'm a big black metal guy, as you know.
I'm not huge on black metal, unlike you.
Of
I like
course,
some bands, but
I got that person into that band massively, and
yeah,
she can have
I'm getting I'm getting back on the black metal train. So, early Behemoth, Dark and Nocturne, Slaughter Call.
Behemoth is mad at me, man.
They got better as they went, but Carpathian Forest, I really dig over. Obviously, Dark Throne. I mean, Fenris.
Old Immortal, dude.
Dude,
Old
Immortal.
Immortal. God. There's a song called Frost Demon Storm that I think is still the fastest song I've ever heard in my life.
Blashirk, Knight of the Raven Dark. That shit's phenomenal, dude.
Old
Blizzard,
Immortal is so fucking fast.
dude. At the Heart of Winter is like, I love all Immortal, even the new shit they put out.
Yeah, it's still great.
As much as I love as much as I worship Abbott,
Mm-hmm.
their new stuff, dude. I didn't know Demon Ass could belt it out like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Demon
Yeah,
Ass,
poor Abbott, man. He isn't doing well, man. I think he needs to
yeah,
get some
yeah.
help or something.
And
I love the dude,
I'm,
man. He needs
I'm
some
glad
help,
Demon,
man.
yeah. And speaking of Demon Ass, I'm glad he's in good health because there was a period he couldn't play guitar because he had something with his like tendonitis or
No,
some
yeah,
serious
fuck.
like
I'm playing that fast all the
yeah,
goddamn
so
time. I guess so.
like a serious life threatening
Shit,
health
dude.
condition that
He's
thankfully
fucking
Demon
fast.
has he got through it and man his vocals are great. But I still prefer Abbott obviously, but Demon has is not a slouch. So check out New Immortal.
Hmm.
But obviously fucking what was the first album called? Diabolical Full Moon Mysticism was it
Yeah,
called?
yeah, some
Yeah,
shit like
great.
that. God
Pure
damn, dude.
Holocaust is
Cool. Those
ah
albums are brutal. Old
yeah.
Emperor, all that stuff, man.
Yeah, Emperor is great, over obviously, and then
Mayhem,
Mayhem,
all my shit there. But
Mayhem. Yeah. I like a
Marduk,
lot of
Marduk, go listen to some Marduk.
Baptism by Fire, dude. I love Marduk. I love
Um,
Marduk.
but Dark Funeral was up there pretty for me. They're just extreme sounding, man. My Dark Funeral's got some cool shit from back in the day.
They are
No,
heavy.
I just can't. I never will again.
They are
they're
heavy.
they're dead to me. And it's nothing that they did in particular.
Damn you,
Not your
woman.
fault, guys. No, go fuck yourself to Dark Funeral or nothing. Go listen to them. I suggest them. I just never will again.
This next band, I was a huge fan of the new wave American heavy metal. So bands like Killswitch Engage, early All That Remains was really good. Fucking Shadows Fall, who I love to this day. Very underrated
Yes.
band. God forbid,
Yes.
even more underrated. That shit's fucking
Yes.
killer, dude.
Come back.
Yeah. There's this one band from that scene that I used to be big on until the lead singer decided to hire a hitman to kill his fucking wife. I'm talking about Tim Lambess's As I Lay Dying. Fuck this fucking band.
I saw
Tim
them live.
Lambe-
I met that dude
Dude,
too.
me too. An Austrian Death Machine can go fuck itself too, even though it's fun.
I
But
met him, man. I hung out with that dude. I shook his hand and shit. And
very weird
I tried to buy
motherfucker,
him a
right?
beer. He was not down with that. I didn't know. Me and James were drunk as shit. We're like, dude, you want a
Very,
beer? He's like, oh, I don't drink. I'm like, oh.
very weird motherfucker. I think he's super Christian and shit. Because these guys,
Yeah.
yeah,
He's like,
these
oh,
guys
I
were.
don't drink. And then, the Christian thing, we're like, huh, all right,
But
dude. We're a
yeah,
bunch of
when
fucking
I
satanic
gotta
devil
be
nerds.
honest, man. When Shadows Our Security came out, that was like '05. I saw him live at Ozfest that year. They were really fucking good. But
Yeah.
then this dude, like I said, for all of you who don't know, he hired a hitman to go kill his wife. He's a big fucking piece of shit.
And he's back
You
now,
know?
like nothing ever happened.
Yeah. Yeah,
Everybody just
fuck
moved on.
yeah, fuck this
What the
motherfucker.
fuck?
The Christian shit aside, I won't even get into that. Just the
Yeah.
personal shit
Yeah.
and the stuff behind like yeah, fuck Tim Lambess's dude. Dude's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Is that LA Dying as great as they were
Yeah. They
in their
were.
early days?
I listened to a lot of this shit too. Same,
So
yeah.
hard for me, to I love that era of metal, obviously, but it's so hard for me to go back to that band for that reason. So
Same. Big
here's LA
same.
Dying.
Big same. Oh yeah, I'll take that one with you.
Yeah, yeah, as LA Dying.
I met that. That was funny. Oh well. I don't really
Weird
have
guy.
any more too much to be honest. I got a couple that I just not hate. I just don't listen to them anymore.
Eh,
He was saying he actually came up with a bunch of these I came up with tonight before I even because I'm like, I don't even know what to do. He's like, dude, Queensryche, dude, these. I'm like, fuck, you're right. Dylan, that was his idea. I wouldn't even thought of those.
That's funny.
But he's like, man, if you went from love to indifference, it'd be a longer list. And I'm like, boy, are you right? So that's kind of what this is. It's not hate. It's just I don't listen anymore.
No, there's
Uh,
some shit on here I fucking hate, but
yeah, I don't
you
really
know.
have any more of those, so I'll just give you a two as you go on and let you talk. But
Okay.
uh,
So
Pantera for me, I just don't listen to him anymore. It's not
oh
really hate, but I just don't listen to him anymore. I saw a thing somebody was like, "Is there a band you grew out of?" And I think that would probably be it for me if there was one. I
I
just
love
don't listen
Pantera
to
to
him
this day.
anymore. Yeah, I know. When I do hear him, I get excited, but like I don't seek it out.
Yeah. Pantera got me into metal, so I will never, you know,
There's no
shit
hate
on
there.
them.
There's no
No, not
hate.
no hate at all. You know,
Yeah, I don't go listen to them, and sometimes I'll get in that mood and I'll put it on and I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. I remember how much I love it and stuff, but like, I don't know.
no matter what you think of Phil Anselmo, he played guitar for Necrophagia, so you know
Yes, sir.
he's he's got as much metal street cred as anybody else. You know,
I had a copy of that CD for a long time that came directly from
yeah,
him.
Holocausto de la Muerte. I mean, yeah,
I
that's
had
just
that album from him, from someone else that was working House of Shock here,
yeah, I have
but
that
it
on
gave me that
CD.
CD.
It's pretty good actually,
So good, so good.
really good. Haven't checked out the Illegals, but you know,
Me neither.
I love Pantera. You know,
Mm,
early Superjoint I was into, but
me
then
too.
I grew out of it.
It got boring.
Down is great.
Down is
You
great.
know, Down is great. It's the
New
only
one
thing.
coming soon.
Yeah, the only thing with Pepper Keenan I actually like. Spoiler alert, because I don't like COC.
New down
After,
coming soon. So that'll be
yeah,
interesting.
yeah, because I don't like COC after Blind, but that's just me.
We're working on that. We're working on that.
Delivers in Wise Blood. You can keep that.
Wise
Anyway,
blood's all you need to know.
this next
Oh.
band I don't like. Oh wait, you were gonna say
No,
Pantera.
yeah.
Pantera was your pick, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this next band, I like each one of these members individually. So the James Gang I love, you know, Joe Walsh or Tommy
Oh, yeah.
Bolin, love that shit. Boys of Summer is still a banger. You know, Glenn Fry, rest in peace. Pretty okay. You know, it's weird, but it's okay. I won't throw it in the trash bin, but I'll throw the Eagles in the fucking
Yeah.
trash bin. Fuck this fucking band. And it wasn't even so
Oh,
much that I love this band. You know, they had a couple of decent
yeah.
tracks early
I
on.
love
Like I
them.
think
I
Lion
love 'em.
Eyes was okay.
No, I love that's my favorite song
And
of theirs. I love Lion Eyes.
yeah, you know, this shit's just formulaic.
Oh, it
Like there's other bands that I hate. Spoiler alert, Rancid, but my most hated band
is.
for anyone who doesn't know is Blink 182. But unlike the Eagles, I never liked Blink 182. Fuck those guys. And fuck the Eagles too.
Okay.
They suck as a band, but
Yeah.
Joe Walsh solo and
Oh,
James
yeah.
Gang, I love that
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Joe Walsh is a bad motherfucker.
Dude, Joe Walsh is amazing. And then of course Don Henley's a good singer. Not a bad drummer, but I mean, you put them all together, it's like it's an all-star band, but there's too much ego. It's like they don't do well together, in my opinion. And you know,
I
take
have
it to the
moods.
limit. Take
Yeah,
it to
I
the
have
limit. I'm
moods.
just like, turn that shit off, you know. Fucking life in the fast lane, turn that shit off. I never want to hear Hotel California ever
No,
again.
no, no one ever needs to hear that again. No one.
Fuck that shit.
No one ever needs
Solo
to hear
and
that
all.
again. Yeah, solo and all.
Solo
Not
and
much.
all.
We don't need to hear it again. It's fine.
No,
We can
we don't
just
need it.
we can just pretend that never happened now. It's enough.
Yeah.
We'll revisit
But
in like 30 more years or something.
the Eagles, I can't stand to hear that band anymore. Every time I hear them, I just turn that shit off. You know,
I don't listen to them much. There's every now and then I'm like, oh, you know what? I might jam to them for a night and drink some beers and I'll listen to some Eagles or something. It's very rare, but those nights do happen.
yeah.
You know, they're one of those bands. I got to be in for that and want that to happen, and I'll listen to them for a night and go through all the songs I like and be like, all right, that's good. I don't have to do that for another couple years now.
I will say there the Eagles, the sound of the Eagles, there is a band, or I should say an artist that did that sound better than they did, and it's called Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band.
Fuck yeah, it is.
That's the Eagles sound done right.
Yeah,
Like that shit I can play right now and not
yeah.
even grow tired of it. But the Eagles,
It's fine.
throw that shit in the trash. Fuck that band. I don't care who gets mad, but
No, that's good. Yeah. While we're in this neighborhood, I guess. Again, this one's not really hate. I just don't listen to them anymore. I used to listen to them daily, worshipped. I just listen to them all the fucking time. But now I'm good. I think. And then that's Leonard Skinner for me.
oh, I had them
Yeah,
on the hated but not love. I
yeah,
forgot
yeah.
about them.
I used to listen to them all the fucking time. And I don't say I hate them. Not gonna say I hate them. Love them. I don't need to listen to them ever again. I don't think any of it. I don't know. I'm good.
Their guitar player who died on the plane crash, he played on That Smell. I forget his
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
Dude, that smell is probably my favorite Skinner. Dude, that's probably my favorite Skinner song.
That's
I
fair.
love that track. I feel like if that plane crash didn't go down, they probably would have been the biggest band in the world
Probably,
at that
yeah.
time. Cause and that dude was a great singer too. Like, everyone talks about Robin Van Zant, rest in peace to him. Cool vocalist, but was it Steve Gaines? There you go, Steve Gaines.
Yeah, game chan.
Yeah, Steve Gaines, phenomenal guitar player, had an excellent voice. I think his songwriting was great. He was in the band for a short period of time. Unfortunately, he died in the plane crash, but he gave him that oomph, I feel.
Yeah,
On that
totally.
last album, was it Street Survivors?
Yeah.
Yeah, he gave them that oomph that they needed. And I feel like if they if they would have gone on into the 80s with that, if that plane crash never happened, they probably would have ruled the 80s at some point.
Probably.
I like them
They
still,
also
but
would have put some substandard shit out right after.
that's true. But
You
we'll never know.
know, yeah.
But it's very hard to say, right? Because Allman Brothers had a comeback in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
And they're really good,
Yeah.
But I love the Allman Brothers. Spoiler, they're not on my
Oh,
list.
yeah.
But I
I
love the
don't I
Allman
don't
Brothers.
listen to them enough to be honest. I need to listen to them more. They're a
They're
big
real
hole in my listening somewhat, but they're
Allman
great.
Brothers are really good, man. Live at the Fillmore is phenomenal, but obviously
Yeah.
those first three records with Dwayne Allman and of course Layla, Layla, as much as I love it, the only reason it's legendary, it's not because of Eric Clapton, it's because Dwayne Allman
Yes, sir.
fucking played his heart out on that album.
Yeah.
And that's the reason Layla's so good. But I digress.
Mm-hmm.
So this next band, man, they used to be so good, but then Columbine happened.
Hmm.
And that's right around the time, wrestling. The Columbine thing obviously is forever cemented in
Yeah, it's
American history. It's
certainly
not
tragic.
something, yeah, not something to joke about. Not joking about it at all because it was very terrible. I remember when it happened. I vividly remember when it happened. And this band, unfortunately, got the shit end of the stick. But I guess around the time Columbine happened, these guys, prior to that, they put out really good albums. But around this time, they started getting a little too weird. I'm talking about KMFDM, for those
Okay.
of you who don't know. So KMFDM early on, prior to Columbine, all that stuff, like the early shit up to and leading to the Columbine incident, was great. But then they kept going, and then they just watered their sound down. I feel, and I guess it's not so much that I hate this band because I do listen to KMFDM from time to time,
Oh yeah.
but because
It's
because
been a
of their
while for me.
but because of their association with some fucking two pieces of shit wearing KMFDM shirts,
Hmm. Yeah.
who they had nothing to do with the shooting, right? They had
Yeah.
nothing to do with Columbine, and obviously, but a lot of people associate Columbine with KMFDM because these two shitheads were fans of the band, and
Yeah.
obviously KMFDM is great. I do like a lot of industrial shit,
Oh yeah.
but I don't know, man. They just got weird after this. I guess
That's
because
fine.
of because of what went down, maybe that kind of scarred them for life.
Yeah, it sucks.
Probably, yeah. It literally tarnished their career. I feel because after that, I guess they're still putting out stuff, but they just faded into obscurity.
Yeah, I
They
don't
just,
know, dude.
yeah, they,
I caught him way later. When I was talking, as a matter of fact, we were talking about something. I don't remember what. And I was saying that I had kind of had that brief moment where oh yeah, we were talking about Bob Mould, where he talked about he kind of left guitar behind to chase down like electronic music and stuff.
yeah,
And I got really into KMFDM at that point for sure.
yeah.
But
Not
I
so
don't know.
much that I hate KMFDM. It's just the Columbine thing really affected them. That it showed on their material post Columbine.
Interesting.
At least that's how I hear it. But
Fair enough.
prior to that, they were great.
I thought you were going for Manson for a second there.
No, he's actually on my list. So Manson was.
I thought you were going for Manson for a minute there.
So, do you want to touch on the Manson thing?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
go
love him.
for it.
I've never really had a problem. Love him.
Dude is in real life. He's kind of a dick. I hear.
Well, yeah. He always
There's a
has been,
lot.
though. I've heard that
No,
from day
but
one.
here's the deal. I love early Manson. I do. I just
I'll go all the
say
way up
what
to Mechanical Animals. After that, I'm
yeah,
done.
up to and including that for sure. Even though John Five, he did a couple things with him. John Five's a great guitar player, but
Yes.
I feel say what you will about the guy, how he looks or who he is in real life, but dude is an intelligent son of a bitch.
Sure.
Very cerebral. He's like, I'm gonna use a wrestling analogy. So he's very much like a Jake the Snake Roberts, where he's very obviously, who doesn't know Jake the Snake Roberts, right? But for those of you who don't
Oh
know,
man, we should have done that episode tonight. God damn
dude,
it.
his
Next time.
promo, his one of the greatest promo
Next
cutters
time.
in the one of the greatest promo. He knew how to cut a promo.
Fuck yeah.
Dude was very well spoken, cerebral as shit, maniacal, got into your head, got into people's skin. He looked the part and he became the part, right?
Oh yeah.
That's who Jake the Snake was.
Also, giant piece of shit. Jake the Snake in real life, not a good dude.
No, but
Especially
he
in those
got
days. He's kind of okay now, I guess, but
yeah.
they'll probably
No,
still no show you.
DDP saved his life. Anyway,
Totally. Among many.
yeah, Marilyn Manson. So
Yeah.
Lunchbox is great. Like
Oh,
Portrait of an American Family is incredible.
Yeah.
Obviously, Antichrist Superstar is great. Mechanical Animals. I mean, you could throw on Coma White right now, and that shit is phenomenal.
So good.
The Dope Show is great. Obviously, motherfucking. I don't know how I feel about that cover of Sweet Dreams because I love the Eurythmics
I
so
loved
much.
it. Love it. I prefer it.
Not to the Eurythmics version. No way.
Mm.
No way, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, Annie Lennox. Come on, man. No way.
I'm fine.
You are knucking futs. Anyway.
I am. I often
Marilyn
am.
Manson. Marilyn Manson in real life, I won't get into what he did, but
Yeah, that's all mess. Remember that
yeah.
one when they were like circling his house and shit? Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
dude is a mess. But all
But
joking
not that long
aside,
ago.
Mechanical Animals back.
Oh yeah.
He's got some really great shit.
Yeah.
I still listen to it, but stuff like the fight song and
It's hard going back for sure somehow. Yeah.
it's hard going back. Exactly. It's hard going back.
Yeah.
After everything in the
Yeah,
tabloids.
it's a little try hard now.
He's very try hard. It sounds
Yeah.
forced.
It is. It's
Yeah. So Manson for sure. Yeah. He was on my list. He was on my list. As was so this band I was into, it shows my age, right? When Avenged Sevenfold came out, they were okay.
Yeah.
The Rev really was a good drummer. He really was. I'm not just saying that shit to piss people off. He's dead now, obviously. He's been passed on for years now. But dude was great on the Skins. He really was. I remember when City of Evil came out, I didn't know what to think of it. I think the album after was where I was like, M Shadows is just a tool.
Yeah, he is.
He's a Chad. If you look up Chad in the dictionary, M Shadows' face is literally right next to the definition, right? But yeah, Avenged Sevenfold, I don't hate them. I don't love them, obviously. They're early shit because they came from the hardcore scene. Very respectable. A lot of hardcore bands obviously went metal. I guess you could say Avenged Sevenfold was one of them. Mike Portnoy played drums for them after the Rev passed away for a little bit.
God.
Great drummer.
Yeah.
Not a good album.
Kind of sick of that dude.
Yeah. I won't get into I want to get into
I'm just kind of sick of that guy. If he's on something, I'm skipping it.
He is
sick of that guy.
Mike Portnoy is one of the best drummers, period. I mean, he definitely is, but
he is. I'll never listen to anything he's on. He just annoys me.
I mean, Awake by Dream Theater is my favorite album by them, but I digress.
I can't deal with that shit at all.
Yeah, I do like the prog stuff. It's weird because being a punk fan, you're not supposed
to
like prog.
I'm the least proggy motherfucker ever. I can't deal with it.
Dude,
there's some stuff. I'm not saying all of it. There's some stuff I love, but most of it I will not do. Hence, most of my hatred for Queensryche, right?
Yes, Close to the Edge, man. Come on, dude. That shit's great.
Oh, the God, no to yes. No. I don't want to hear
Genesis with
yes.
Genesis with Peter Gabriel,
It's
not
good.
Phil Collins.
Yes, good.
I It's weird because I love Phil Collins solo, but
Hmm.
I don't like his stuff with Genesis. I don't like it. I don't
No,
like Abacab. I don't like Duke. I don't
no.
like
Oh, it's awful.
Invisible Touch. I
Oh,
do like Trick of the Tail and Wind and Wuthering. I do like those,
songs.
the first two. But Peter Gabriel, yeah, of course.
Oh
Give me
yeah,
that shit any
it's all
give me
good.
that shit. Give me that shit any day.
I
But
have some of
yes,
that.
where was I going? Avenged Sevenfold, a band that I never loved. I
Yeah,
did
they
see
don't
him
do me
live.
fine.
I did see the Rev live. He was great, but
The singer kind of always bothered me. Always.
he's a cool dude in real life, apparently.
I'm
But
sure. Yeah, his
I've
voice, I don't like.
yeah, like Hail to the King. I'm like, oh, that shit's corny.
Oh God, yeah.
No, I can't listen to that shit. But yeah, Avenged Sevenfold. Yeah, take it or leave it.
I'll definitely leave
Yeah, no, that I'm saying for me, I can take it or leave it.
it. I know. I know.
It's meh.
Leave all of it.
It's meh. Same with, I mean, if you do you have any others or do
No,
you want me to
I'm
just
pretty much I'm done, man.
done? Okay, Motley Crue.
Bolt shot. Oh, Motley Crue. I
Dude,
guess that's fair. I guess I
dude,
could put that on there.
fuck
I
that
used to
band,
love them
man.
somewhat. Yeah,
Fuck that band.
I had a moment where I loved them. That's fair. I definitely don't want anything to do with them
Dude,
now.
that whole cock rock bullshit, I can't fucking stand it,
Let's
dude.
go back
Oh,
to John Five, man. Like John Five is the most talented motherfucking guitarist, but every band he goes in is just fucking lazy. Like he
yes.
plays for the shittiest bands.
Yes.
Like, okay, he played for Manson, and I like Manson, but the guitar work on there is fucking lazy. He played for Rob Zombie. Rob Zombie's guitar work is fucking lazy. And
Yeah,
then
you're
what does he
right.
do? He joins Motley Crue. Like,
Yeah.
dude, he's so brilliant. Why is he every time he forms, he gets into a band, it's some lazy shit band? Like, what the fuck, dude? He just don't feel like playing guitar, I guess.
For the same reason that you mentioned Rob Zombie and Marilyn Manson, those are two big household names. I feel like playing for them, it's like you're holding yourself back because you're
Yeah.
like, what if, like,
I
what
mean,
if
it's in a way
it's
it's smart because he gets massive amounts of money to do next to nothing.
he restrains himself, which, like you said, he's a great guitar player, but he just
Great.
holds back way too fucking much.
He's frustrating, man. He always gets in
Yeah,
bands where I'm like, that's what you... and people are like, oh man, he's really wasting himself on Motley Crue. I'm like, were you not paying attention to fucking Rob Zombie? He didn't do
yeah,
shit there either.
yeah. He didn't do shit, but he's a great player.
He's
It's just
never
that
done. Anytime he's
the,
in a band, it's a shitty band. I
the
mean, I'm
people
not
he
that shitty band, but like the guitar work is it's not fucking dreading anywhere. He's not doing any hard work, guitar guy.
the
Fuck any of
people
us can
he
play that shit in our sleep.
the people he plays for is just
I don't
he's
understand it.
not good. Like he doesn't have a whole album's worth of stuff where I'm like, yeah, that shit's great. No.
I don't
He has
understand it.
snippets where I'm like, oh, that's kind of tasty. Oh, that was kind of cool.
Nah,
But
most of it's
no.
easy.
Yeah, but he's talented as fuck. It's just
Yeah, it's so weird.
he needs to surround himself with people like Dave Mustaine who will push
So
him to like,
fucking
okay,
weird. Yeah, man.
you need to like you better play the shit right.
Dave ain't putting up with that little weasel. You kidding me?
Hell no, man. But Dave, like
Dave wouldn't put up with that motherfucker.
someone
Kick
who
him
will
out of the
keep
room.
his someone who's gonna keep him in check.
Yeah,
Like
I don't know
like you
who.
don't fuck this up type deal, right?
I don't know who, but yeah. Anyway, Motley
Little
Crue,
bit.
man. Motley Crue sucks.
Motley Crue's terrible. Like Guns N' Roses, they were on my list. Fucking awful, dude.
Man.
I love the Rock and Metal Comment podcast, but that whole cock rock classic or crap, I'm like, man, shut your fucking face.
Yeah, it's all mostly crap. Yeah.
God, half that shit like fucking Winger. Look, okay,
Again,
Winger's a
ta-
terrible band, but those guys
talented
can play.
people in there. Yeah,
They're
there's
fucking talented.
talented people in there. Just the band
Fucking
sucks.
Kip Winger played bass on fucking Raise Your Fist and Yell by Alice Cooper. We did a ranking and
Did
then he played his ass off on that shit.
he's there?
Red Beach, great player. It's
Great
just
guitar player.
that fucking band, dude. And then
This what y'all decided to do, huh?
Yeah, Extreme's another band. I didn't love them or hate them. I just, Nuno's great, obviously. But Gary Sharon,
Paul Gilbert's another one. Paul Gilbert's one of my favorite guitar players and one of my favorite guitar people, but every band he's ever been in sucks shit. Except, and I actually I like Mr. Big. Sorry, I like Mr. Big, but like everything else he's ever been in sucks ass.
Racer X.
It's what I heard. It
You know
sucked.
what?
I'd have to go revisit maybe. I always
I'll
heard
take
it
Race.
sucked.
I'll take Racer X over Yngwie Malmsteen, but I
Oh
don't
fuck,
mind Yngwie.
I'll take anything over Mingy Mouse.
Yngwie's had great singers, but he just doesn't work well with great singers like Joe Lynn Turner. He's a great singer.
I don't fucking like him. His
I
guitar is amazing, but he fucking sucks.
Yngwie's Yngwie is technically great, but
He's boring.
his teacher Richie Blackmore is even better, and he doesn't even get talked about. Like, what
Yeah.
the fuck, dude? Like Richie Blackmore, you put Prime Richie versus Prime Yngwie,
Oh yeah.
Prime Richie will run circles around Yngwie, dude.
Oh yeah.
Rainbow, Deep Purple, fucking. We won't even talk about Blackmore's Night, but I'm just saying, Deep Purple,
No.
Rainbow, dude, that shit.
Yeah.
God damn. Richie playing in Burn. Burn is better than anything Yngwie has ever put out in his entire career.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
not even my favorite Purple album.
I think Burn kind of becomes my favorite Purple album in a way.
Mine's Fireball, but
Okay.
Burn is great. I do love Glenn Hughes and
Yeah.
David Coverdale.
I love Burn, man.
Whitesnake was another band that I used to hate, but now love.
I've always loved Whitesnake. No problem there. I've
Yeah,
always loved them.
again, it took a long time because that whole cock rock shit, I'm like,
No, they're cheesy. It's cheesy.
it's cheesy. But then I heard the early blue stuff. I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. Like Slide It In Back,
Oh yeah. Good shit.
pretty good shit.
Good shit.
And then Ian Pace plays drums on Ready and Willing, like the original Fool for 11. I'm like, that's cool.
Oh, good shit, man.
I don't like the album that Steve Vai played on, Slip of the Tongue, was it?
Yeah, I think so. That's
I
okay.
don't like that album. But Steve Vai is great.
Oh,
I
yeah.
do love it. And then, I mean, I had another band on here, fucking In Flames, dude.
Yeah, I got to see him live. I will say, maybe check out the new stuff, man. The new album's really good. I thought maybe you'll hate it. I don't know, but the new one's really good.
Dude, it's so hard. Like, I remember when Reroute to Remain came out.
Give the new one a shot, maybe, man. New one's pretty good. I thought
remember
anyway.
Clay. Yeah, I haven't listened to it. It's on my list somewhere that I have to check out because there's so much stuff coming out right now.
I know a lot of the people that's fans of the older stuff are saying that they did like this new one because of
Yeah.
it. So there's that. I saw him live in very current day like a couple years ago. I was never huge to begin with, so I didn't really care. And everything I heard, I liked. Even the stuff most people bitch about, I thought was okay. I didn't mind it, but I wasn't attached, as much as everyone else. So
2024 is such a weird year because there's so much stuff coming out. Like I said, the new Kitty is great.
yes,
The new stuff Kitty's got out right now is great. Haven't heard the new Deicide, but people are saying it's good. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not.
I don't fucking know.
I'm not doing it.
There's a lot of new bands coming out that I've just checked out that I really like. Like Night Demon is really cool.
No, yeah, I like Night Demon.
I just checked out a couple bands in Enforcer,
New
Haunt.
Midnight.
Yeah, Midnight's really good.
New Midnight.
I like Midnight.
Fucking great.
We talked about black metal, how I'm not such a huge fan, but Midnight is really good. I also like 1349.
They got some new Exodus coming out. I saw.
The most recent one with Zetro was really good. Because Zetro's back in the band, isn't he?
I think so. I think so.
Yeah. I didn't like Rob Dukes too much.
I did.
But the stuff with
I did. I loved him.
It's supposedly really heavy as fuck.
Oh yeah.
I've heard Shovelhead. I was like,
yeah, dude, that's one of my favorite albums, bro.
I heard part of Exhibit B, The Human Condition. Is that Exhibit B?
Yeah. Yeah, I love that one too.
It was okay. It was a couple of decent solos.
Shovelhead. Death Amphetamine. Is that him or is the guy another guy?
Death Amphetamine.
Yeah.
That's Rob Dukes, I think. Exhibit A, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Exhibit A. But Zetro, I mean, I love Paul Bailoff, but
oh yeah,
man, it's weird. I love Bon Scott too, but
Shovelhead is fucking awesome, dude. Fucking awesome.
Zetro is Bon Scott's bastard child, and I love that shit.
Sure.
And so is Bobby Blitz. Like New Overkill, holy shit, dude! Yeah. Overkill,
Overkill. I don't know.
Been going
the newest one was kind of boring, but it was all right.
I really liked it. Was it Scorched?
Yeah,
Scorched,
whatever
right?
it was.
Yeah,
it was okay.
I liked it, and the couple before that, like what was it?
Yeah, whatever was before those were good.
Whatever was before those was great, but it's only a couple Overkill albums I'm not too crazy about, but for the most part, great.
Same.
Testament. We need a new Testament album because Testament is my favorite thrash. I pretty much love everything they've done.
They don't do
Even
much for
demonic,
me. They don't do
which
much
is
for
like their
me.
you are crazy. I'll take Testament over Metallica any day. That's
No,
just
no, no.
I'll
They got
Slayer.
good stuff, but
New Slayer, new well, supposedly Slayer is coming back. Speaking of thrash, but I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't need anything else from them.
No, because their best songwriter is no longer with us. Obviously, Jeff Hanneman. Everyone talks about Kerry King, but Jeff Hanneman is like Jeff Hanneman was the soul.
I'm reluctant to say as a writer because most of the songs that he had a heavy hand in writing, I mean, not songs, but albums that he had a heavy hand in writing weren't very good. They tend to be the low points. But whatever it is,
When we're talking about
you
the
need
early
him
stuff,
there, though. I'm not going to put
what
him
happened?
as important as far as writing goes, but you need him there.
Jeff Hanneman for sure.
Yes. I'm
He's got
saying
a
like,
couple
cause
of
like,
songs.
oh goddamn, what's the fucking Jeffrey Dahmer album, which I love, Divine Intervention, I
Oh
love, but
yeah,
that's a very Jeff heavy album. It's not really Slayer. The fucking oh god,
dude,
what was that
that
later album that was all him? That album
Jeff,
sucked.
Jeff Hanneman had a big part in Hell Awaits, and that's more than enough for me.
Yeah, sure, but I'm talking about later.
If shit, if it wasn't for Hell Awaits, I probably wouldn't even be talking death metal or black metal to this day. You know?
World Painted Blood, that shit sucked.
Yeah, that wasn't very good. What was the
And
one
that
before
was a
that?
big
Right?
Jeff album. That was like all Jeff.
Yeah, yeah. I guess what I'm trying to say is I should rephrase that. I guess Jeff was the better guitarist between him and
You
Carey.
just need him there, man. You just need him there. You gotta
Yeah,
have
they
him.
both they both
He's
feed off
important.
each other.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you gotta have
Jeff
him.
was Jeff was very important. You know, I mean, he's a candidate. He was a Dead Kennedys fan, so of course, you know, you
You
need
gotta have him
fucking
there.
Jeff.
Yeah,
Jeff Jeff was the punk. He was the kick in the ass. That of course Dave
yeah,
too, but
yeah. When he's there.
you need that. That Slayer sound is incomplete without Jeff, right? I mentioned KMFDM. I forgot to mention the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I know you're not into them,
No, I'm good.
but
I am.
that cover of Higher Ground by Stevie Wonder and
It's
Stevie
cool.
Wonder,
It's all
it's
right.
really great. Punk rock classic is fucking great. Chad Smith's a really good drummer.
He is. I like that guy a lot. I'm a big fan of
early
him as a person.
early on, Anthony Kiedis, he was pretty cool. Like he had the rapping shit, and I was like, I don't mind that stuff. I'm talking about Mother's Milk back. So
Yeah,
Hillel Slovall, he was, you know, their original guitarist prior to John Frusciante, who I think is still in the band today.
I think so.
But he was the original
That's day to
main
day.
guy. He was the original main guy in the band for a lot of people who don't know. He played on a couple albums, the self-titled and Freaky Styling. He played one song on Mother's Milk. But he died very young. Obviously, dude was a big junkie. He
Hmm.
was like 26 when he died. And that's what really made them get their shit together. So it kind of begs the question, like, okay, this guy died, right? This guitar player who like was the rest of the guys looked up to, he died really young. So they were like, okay, we gotta get our shit together. They got their shit together, right? And then the stuff that came out after was pretty lackluster, most of it anyway, or half of it.
Yeah.
Bunch of songs about California. It's like, oh, you're
Oh
such
God.
Patrick Tony.
Yeah. Please stop.
You know, there's a couple of shiny moments, like Californication, I don't mind.
I can't
But
stand it.
for the most part, Mother's Milk and Back, which had that huge punk spirit, very metallic too. Because this guy, Hillel Slovak, was like, apparently he was a big metal guy. Apparently, this guy was all about, you know, fucking possessed and shit, which
Yeah.
kind of baffles my mind, you know? Kind of baffles my mind. It's funny.
That's weird.
Again, begs the question because this guy was a big junkie, and because he was a big junkie, the rest of the band were all junkies. And it just so happens that when they were junkies, they put out their best shit. After they got clean, they put out their worst shit.
Yeah, definitely. Happens a
And
lot.
and as straight edge as fuck as I am, it begs the question, like, do you really need drugs to put out your best shit? I mean, let's ask the Beatles, shall we? You know?
More
All
often
the
than not, you
greats.
do.
Yeah, more often than not. Exactly. But that's pretty much all I had. I mean, the other band that I wanted, I had Bob Dylan for a little bit on, on this part of the list
Yeah, man. Yeah.
because I'm partial to the stuff with the band. You know what I mean? Oh, and another thing, Last Waltz,
Oh, yeah, it was all right.
not that good.
No, not that good.
I'm not talking about the film. I'm talking about the live album.
Yeah, no,
That's
yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, it's all right.
eh. Bob Dylan, that voice, lyricism, of course. Can't
Yeah,
say a bad word, but man, with the band, stellar. By himself, I think your mic's muted.
it is. I'm still here. Go ahead.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, Bob Dylan, I can take or leave it. The only thing I can say is, if you know, you know.
Yep.
Can you?
Yeah, I love him, man. I love the man.
Yeah, no. I guess the one big shocker, I'm looking at my other Iced Earth. No,
I love him.
I love Iced Earth. I
Fuck
do.
yeah.
I'm talking about a certain period of Iced Earth.
Okay.
So like the Ripper stuff, which I love now, but
Yeah.
the first album, what was it?
No,
The
fuck
one with
him.
the pink album cover,
Yeah.
like the Battle of Gettysburg on the cover. What the hell was it
Yeah,
called?
yeah.
That was a good album.
Yeah.
But for the most part, stuff that I loved but now hate, there really isn't a lot. Screeching Weasel, obviously, like I mentioned. Chili Peppers Post, Mother's Milk, Iron Maiden, for all the reasons I mentioned. GNR, you know. Talk about divas, fucking Axl Rose, right?
Oh, yeah, he fucking sucks. Fuck him.
Him and Glenn Ben, who's a bigger diva, the world may never know.
Well, Axel actually got somewheres, so I guess he's a bigger diva. Glenn's never fucking gotten anywheres. I mean, what are we gonna say? They're not gonna. It's not his fault. It's just death metal. It is what it is.
Speaking
Uh,
of Glenn Ben, there's supposedly rumors about, oh, have Glenn Ben finally seen the light? Because he's so anti-Christian, right?
hmm. Nah, I doubt that. But
It's funny. It's kind of ironic too, because you're supposed to be this big anti-Christian band, right? And
I
then
don't think he has. I really don't. But he's just a fuck. Fuck him, man.
yeah, check out DSI's first four albums, kids. You'll love those. And
You
Stench of
should.
Redemption, maybe.
And then don't
But
look any
like,
further.
no, in Torment in Hell, Incinerate Them,
Yeah,
or like Scars of the Crucifix.
yeah, it's all boring.
So boring. Whether Hoffman Brothers, Glenn Ben, whose side are you on? Fuck them both.
Oh God, yeah, definitely fuck them both. I will tell you now. As soon as you need the Hoffman brothers were the heart and soul. Once they're gone,
Yes, they
Deicide
were.
sucks. They went back and formed Amon, and I think they might have actually gotten around to doing something. I don't know.
I haven't
The
heard
little
anything about them.
the little bit I did hear of them with Amon was fucking amazing, and it felt like Deicide again. And then they became giant douchebags also. So fuck them too.
Oh, I
I
forgot
know
to
a
mention
guy
them.
that was I was pretty close to. He lived in Australia actually. He got ripped off by him for a custom guitar that he spent thousands of dollars on. Because was Brian, one of the Hoffman brothers, he does custom guitars and he fucked him over on it. He's a piece of shit. Fuck him too, by the way.
The Brian and Eric, right? Eric
Yeah.
Hoffman.
I think it was
Yeah,
Brian that did the guitars. Yeah, fuck him too. Fuck the
I
Hoffman
heard that.
brothers. They're no
Yeah,
better.
I heard they got fired because they stole some shit or whatever, right?
Yeah,
They
they
were
were
thieves.
fucking yeah.
Yeah,
That's
big
what
pieces of
sucks. I mean,
shit.
that's what I'm saying, man. Like, God, there's no side to take. All these people are shitty people. All of them. I just fuck all of them, man. I don't know what to say.
Well, I mean,
Uh,
Steve Ashim was in the back just chilling, like, you
I'm
know.
probably gonna be unfair in saying that he's Glenn's little fucking lapdog, but maybe
No,
not.
true. I mean, no, he was just in the back with the popcorn in his hand, like just chilling, like watching them go at it, and she was just like,
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so.
Haven't heard him say much about it, but
So they got dethroned as my favorite band, and after that, I just kind of never picked up another one. Really, it's so hard to have a
I
favorite band.
I
I
know
I put
I
Alice
never
Cooper there, sort of, because I just love everything he does, and I don't know. I don't
I
really have a
never got
favorite band.
I never got into God Dethroned. But oh, there's another band. Speaking of James, there's a band that I used to kind of like, and I've had conversations with him back then that I just can't get into anymore. Is Deceased.
Okay.
Boring, man.
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know,
Not
Deceased is a death thrash band.
not super
Death
familiar
thrash,
to me, but I probably went there. I don't know.
death thrash band.
Yeah.
Just boring.
Okay.
Like came like 2, 3 years too late to the game. And it's like boring, man.
I hear you.
Boring. I'll take Clutch over Deceased.
Well,
And
fuck yeah.
I'm getting into Clutch, but again, you know, you ever heard of Gehenna? No.
Oh god. Poor James. I haven't
No.
talked to him in forever. Anyway. All right, man. It's been 2 hours and it's 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
So I gotta start shutting this thing down because I still gotta let this load. This might not get posted until tomorrow at this point. We'll see.
exactly.
Because it's kind of late for me right now. I'll probably post this tomorrow. I think I'll be getting off early tomorrow. I'll probably post all this tomorrow. We'll see.
Yeah,
Depends on how fast it is.
exactly.
But great show. Had a lot of fun. I did not think this would take 2 hours, but there we are.
There's so much to talk about, but like I said, that's all we had for today.
wanted to
So
get it, let you get it off your chest. I know you've been wanting to do this episode for a long time, so I'm gonna let Jose unload on this one finally, and I figured I'd bring some too just for fun. But
exactly.
hopefully next time we'll do the sellouts episode. We'll see. Got a lot to talk on that.
Hi, Nick.
And we'll see. All right. Anything else? You good?
I'm all good, man.
Fair
Thank you
enough.
as always.
Oh, thank you, sir. Appreciate you. And we'll see y'all next time.
Be honest.